Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable, the first edition of playoff week in the year of 2024/2025, season 5 of the AFC East Roundtable. Nothing has changed. It's Groundhog's Day over on this channel, where you see the sole playoff representative staring in the damn face. And we also have, indeed, some storylines around your favorite teams, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, the New England Patriots. Storylines, and also the game of the week that the AFC East is involved. That just so happens to be Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos, powered by BetUS. Solid friends over there. Let's get on in. Richie, how you feeling today, brother? Talk to me.
You know, I'm feeling great. I'm really excited to be here right now. I feel like it's going to be a great show tonight, and I just can't wait to get started. I love you all, man. Let's do it.
Oh, wow. Why did you give TD the solo on that?
I don't know.
Why
not? You just wanted to. Colby, how's the good life, man? Talk to me.
Dude, man, we are back here. We are back on the grind. Come on, Richie. You gotta open your mouth like I'm the one talking. Like TD. Yeah, so dude, like we're back on the grind here, and yeah, man, we got playoff football right around the corner. Unfortunately, I'm back to school, but we got the Reese's Senior Bowl right around the bend. Some big things happening, and this is where football starts, 2025.
And the Reese's Senior Bowl is very exciting. In case you guys don't know, myself, Colby, Richie, and several other representatives from Roundtable Sports are going to Mobile, Alabama.
Woo!
A couple of weeks to watch some of the prospects hash it out on the damn field, and we're going to be giving you a first look on everything that you should be expecting. Have an Airbnb, have a content house, baby. We are officially YouTubers. Damn. TD, what up?
Another day. Let's get it.
Oh, wow, that's it.
Another day.
Was that it? You didn't give me much to go off.
I was psyching Richie out.
Wow.
Hey, but listen, man. Another beautiful day. At the end of the day, my Patriots suck. They're the worst team in the league. Drake May, garbage.
yeah, I ain't saying all that. I ain't saying that crap.
Kobe said it.
He
said it.
He stopped himself real quick with that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you are piling in, please do us a favor and hit that like button, smash it, so our channel can continue to grow in the YouTube algorithm. More AFC East fans discover this show that has been running for about 5 years. And also introduce yourself in the chat. I know there's a lot of lurkers in here, all right, who just like to tune in, be quiet, be entertained. Don't be shy. I promise everybody in the chat does not bite, at least too hard. That is indeed. How long does this music play for?
Richie, the producer, man.
Oh, wow, it's over with. Look at that. Look at that, man. Listen, I was fine with it at first. I was feeling the vibe. It was a good thing. But yeah, guys, listen, we have some topics today. But as mentioned previously, this show is powered by BetUS. And BetUS just so happens to be the #1 sports book on the face of the planet when it comes into everything and anything sports betting. All the lines for Super Wildcard Weekend are up, including all the NFL Honors Awards if you are feeling froggy. But get this. They are currently matching 150% of your first deposit all the way up to $2,000 and 125% of your second and your third deposits. So might as well take full advantage, folks. And they don't just have NFL scores. They have the third week of college football playoffs. This is a sports bettor's wet dream this upcoming weekend. Might as well make money, take full advantage of this limited and beautiful opportunity over on BetUS. Proud sponsor, and use code YouTube150 to take full advantage.
Damn.
That might be the best ad I've ever heard you do, Dan. After Shinesty, of course. After Shinesty.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, nothing beat my Shinesty ads.
Do you want to expose some lurkers in the chat?
Expose some lurkers in the chat, man.
We're going to gift 5 memberships. 5 memberships have been gifted on behalf of the AFC East Roundtable. Congratulations to the 5 people. Let's see. Matt C., Big Papa Bill, Raymond, Victoria, and Ford Nation 5 has been gifted members to the AFC East Roundtable. I hope all 5 of those people did it.
That is one way to expose the lurkers, bro, is by gifting memberships. You figure out who's sitting there watching you.
And if I don't know if you know this, Dan, TD, Colby, you get to gift 10 members a month on your channel for free.
For
So
free?
Definitely take advantage of that.
Dude, I don't even know how to gift memberships in the first place.
Yeah, that was 5 gifted for free.
5
crazy.
How you
for free
No, I
on
don't
your
know that
channel?
much.
I had no idea that was the case. Flick Shorts came in with a $2 donation. Thank you so much, my friend. Lancelot C is saying TD needs to immediately apologize for Detroit DC slander, saying his red zone defense was trash. 2 things can be true. Darnold was bad, and the coach performed a masterpiece.
Yeah, TD on an island with those takes, man.
Lancelot, let's see how that works out in the playoffs.
Let's see how that works out in the playoffs. I love when people are just like, oh, you owe an apology for being wrong about football. Fool? No, I don't, dude. I can say whatever I want, stand on business, and ignore it if I'm wrong if I want to, fool. Look at the ground we stand on. This is the damn US of A, brother. This ain't communist Russia. What you talking about, brother?
We're about to be
Anyway.
Mobile, Alabama.
I'll be at Mobile, Alabama a little later, brother.
Roll
All right,
Tide.
you wait up for that.
Roll Tide.
Oh, man, dude.
I don't know
And
if
to
I'm
all
ready.
these
Dude.
kids in SpongeBob t-shirts trying to tell me I owe them an apology. Come on, dude. The hell
SpongeBob
out of here.
t-shirts.
The hell is this? The hell is this, man?
Now
Whose chair is this?
we'll see what Aaron Glenn can do in the playoffs.
No,
You don't like
listen,
Aaron
man,
Glenn?
I actually like Aaron Glenn a
Listen,
lot.
I didn't like
for a head
Aaron Glenn.
coaching position.
Richie just
And
want me
listen,
to
I've
say
been
that he's a great DC. I just feel like he's a good DC.
Everybody thinks he is, but you.
I just feel like he's a good DC. He's not a great DC.
Well, there's also a very big difference. Just because you're a good offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator doesn't mean you're going to be a head coach. And we tend to get these things mixed up. You know, Josh McDaniels, I mean, he was one of the most prolific offensive coordinators on a year-to-year basis for several years, 2 head coaching opportunities, and then totally craps the bag. Gerard Mayo was a great linebackers coach. He had his say on defense, but he was never a true defensive coordinator. Goes to be a head coach, craps the bag, fired after a year. The things you have to do as a head
Yeah,
coach.
but Gerard
are
Mayo wasn't part of a
wildly
culture
different.
change like Aaron Glenn. That's why
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn is going to be a
Dan
defensive
Campbell
coach.
And
changed
I'm
the
not
coach.
saying he's going to be good or going to be bad, but I'm just
And
saying
another
because
reason,
you're
you know
a good
who
OC or
Aaron
DC
Glenn
doesn't
has
mean
a
you're
really
good.
good relationship with that he talks to on a regular basis? Bill Parcells, who he played for.
So what
That's
that
another
mean?
reason why.
What that mean? I got to go.
I like Aaron Glenn. Don't get me wrong.
Do you,
but I think
do you know who
we
Bill
get
Parcells
confused
is,
by
TD? Were you a football
Stop.
fan back then?
Stop.
Well, that's like saying that because Gerard Mayo played under Belichick and coached under Belichick, and they had a close
Thank
connection
you.
that he was going to be
Thank
good. That
you.
didn't happen.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you
Man,
talk about
Josh
what he.
McDaniels.
Let's get back to the source of this argument to begin with. I think he's a good DC. Richie want me to say great.
I feel like what you're doing is undervaluing the job he's done with all the injuries that's happening. The most injured defense in the league.
No. See, once again, defensive statistics isn't the end all be. It also determines who
know.
have you played. Just because he's top 10 in the defensive category.
But he's literally improved every year, and he has his team playing winning football despite the injuries.
That defense doesn't play good again. That was the first game this season. That defense showed up as far as stopping a team that's good. The first time all season they played a good opponent and actually shut them down. And really, that was more to do with Sam Darnold not taking wide open options on the field. But like you said, well, the defensive scheme flushed you, Sam, so you got to give credit. Okay, I just don't think the defense is as great as you think. We'll find out in the playoffs, Richie.
Oh,
We're
my.
probably going to play the Vikings again,
Oh, yeah, second round.
which is kind of wild. We're going to see that game all over again.
Oh,
It ain't gonna happen
man.
that
Well,
way.
you know what, man? I honestly feel like Richie and TD feel like that they are on Wake Up and Ball
Let's
and
go!
or the huddle because we're talking a little ball over here.
Every Monday
not
through Friday.
surrounding this. And guys, if you haven't had an opportunity of doing it so far, I highly recommend you check out Wake Up and Ball. It's Monday through Friday over on the Roundtable Sports Network.
Thanks, Dan.
And what they do is they talk ball. They wake up and
And
they
we
just
ball.
dive headfirst into balls, baby.
And
That's
guess what?
precisely what it is.
Yo,
Every
Here it
morning.
is. Look at that. I got the
Whoa.
promo ready.
Whoa.
Watch Wake Up and Ball Monday,
Yeah.
Friday, 8:30 a.m. with Richie Malloy and Tony Dow. Look at that. I even have a freaking.
Just wake up, and then you know what? Like, we'll go on ahead and like
Well-
we'll tease a.
Dan, I want your approval with something.
Go ahead.
So you're a hater of this, right? right?
Yes.
Very known hater. What's your
That makes my
thoughts?
skin crawl.
Bro, it's cool.
What's your thoughts of the wake up and ball one?
Let's see.
Like
Well,
something
let me tell
Mr.
you
Beast
what.
would use.
So let me tell you what, it pisses me off because we've been looking for an AFC East Roundtable intro for 5 years. And you just so happen to pull that out of your ass like a month in.
You know what? No, I don't like the gap
it
at
looks
the
good,
end, though. I don't like
but
the
it pisses
delay
me
at
off.
the end. I think we need to shorten the delay at the end.
Yeah. Like maybe like filter it into like, so
It's
Adobe
one for me,
Premiere
man.
Pro and like slice it a little bit. But no, listen, I love it. It's graphically pleasing. I wish we had one for each and every single roundtable. Wouldn't that be ideal?
Dude, the AFC East
I'll
isn't
be
even
honest.
bad. It's just the football in the beginning that makes it look a little off.
Hey, you know what? I got a secret to tell, Dan Mitchell.
Yeah.
I actually
What?
like the skinny football intro.
Oh, you like the skinny football intro?
I actually like
Fire, bro.
It
Like
just-
mine is the weird looking football.
now the football look weird.
Other than
So
that,
to me, what it
It
looks
look like
like.
a deflated football.
So to me, what it looks like
That's why it's
is
the
like
AFC East
a-
roundtable. We have the Patriots in the division.
No, what it looks like is like a high school like project for journalism class where somebody had to like make like a sports show for like their final exam, and like these 16-year-olds like put together this complete catastrophe.
Damn,
of an
you
intro.
hating, man. Stop hating.
It
Dan.
makes-
That
dude.
intro fire.
Is what it is. It sucks, and I feel like everyone agrees with me. But
At least the
Y'all
wake
do
up a
act-
ball one gets your
No.
approval.
so wake up and ball, guys. Like I said, Monday through Friday, and then this week as well, we have been pinning all of our talent against each other for a Smackdown series for all of the playoff appearances. It's been an absolute blast. I did mine with Ben, our Denver Broncos representative, and then all of our playoff representatives have been going at each other's throats all week. If you are curious and watching some of the replays, some really good content is right over on the Roundtable Sports Network. And I'm going to go on ahead and tease you a little bit. And so I'm going to give you a little tickle. Okay.
hey, yo, what?
For any of you that are fans of other sports leagues, stay tuned. And don't worry, you won't be waiting long. For other sports leagues, you won't be waiting long. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we're going to say.
Let's go.
Won't be waiting long for a little fire hot tent. Little fire hot tent. But anyway, let's get down to business because there are a couple of topics that are surrounding each and every single one of your teams that I think is pretty interesting. All of them have to do, well, actually 2 out of the 3 have to do with your current coaching searches. And for the Jets' sake, it's also GM. But I want to start off with the Patriots because something got interesting, Colby. I feel that as of 2 days ago, I think Mike Vrabel to the New England Patriots, if you were to ask anybody, the contract was already signed, and all of these other interviews were merely just formalities, just to make it look like they were looking, right? Everyone's like, Vrabel, 1,010% is going to be the New England Patriots head coach. I have to ask you this, because as of yesterday, when Antonio Pierce ended up losing his job, and the news ended up coming out that Tom Brady for the Las Vegas Raiders is going to be spearheading the head coaching position search. Does that concern you at all that Vrabel perhaps will ultimately end up going over to Las Vegas because of Tom Brady, or do you think that he's going to remain loyal to the New England Patriots? Even if that's not a bad thing, it sounds like Ben Johnson also had an interview with the Patriots as well, but I would like to hear from you. Talk to me.
By the way, they're bringing in Aaron Glenn, aren't they?
Yeah, that came out today that they're interviewing Aaron Glenn. And they also
Get your
met
hands
the
off.
Rooney rule. They met the Rooney rule already. So the fact that they're
Historically
interviewing
fashion.
him is because they're actually interested. But now we've had reports come out today over the last couple of days too that we'll probably hear who the Patriots head coach is Friday, maybe Sunday at the latest. So this could happen this weekend. And to me, that points all directions at Mike Vrabel, because unless the interview with Ben Johnson went extremely well. I mean, the same thing here too with Aaron Glenn. That was on Zoom. So for those who don't know, there was a new rule that came out, this offseason or over the last year, that you now don't have to wait to interview coordinator candidates, head coach candidates, because if they were contenders, they were in the playoffs, they were in the Super Bowl, you had to wait until they were eliminated. Now you don't have to, but you can't interview them in person. It has to be on Zoom. I feel like Robert Kraft, if he's going to hire Aaron Glenn, he's going to hire Ben Johnson, he's going to want an in-person interview to make it a little bit more formal. So if we do hear by this weekend, then it's a very clear sign that it's not going to be one of those guys. And if it's not one of those guys, it's very obviously Mike Vrabel. Now, Mike Vrabel, on the other hand, I think he wants to come back to the place that he was succeeding when he was a player, the place that is his home. In fact, one of the reasons that the Tennessee Titans fired Mike Vrabel, it's not the only reason, but one of the reasons was because they hated how close he was with Robert Kraft and the Patriots organization. He clearly still wanted to be a Patriot. It even came out that he wanted that head coaching job when they originally fired Bill Belichick, because that was, about a year ago when Mike Vrabel came back to the Patriots. He was inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame, got his red jacket, and Tom Brady might be his boy. But at the end of the day, this is your head coaching job on the line. You got fired as a head coach once. If Mike Vrabel doesn't work out again, he's probably never going to be a head coach in the NFL again. So why would he go to the Raiders that is currently more messed up than the New England Patriots? They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a running back. They have Brock Bowers, but they don't have a wide receiver. They have zero secondary. That team's in a worse place than the New England Patriots are. So why not go to the New England Patriots, who have their franchise quarterback, who multiple coaches reportedly want to play for? You have a top 4 pick. You have 5 picks already within the top 120, and you lead the NFL in cap space with $130 million. Not to mention, you already have a prolific cornerback, a top 10 cornerback in Christian Gonzalez. So no, to me, if it comes down, for Mike Vrabel to the Patriots or the Raiders, there is zero doubt in my mind that he will pick the New England Patriots. And where this is trending, I give it a 80, 90% chance that Mike Vrabel is a New England Patriot by the end of the week.
Don't sleep on the Jets, T. Don't sleep on those Jets.
The only reason he's going to the Jets is the Patriots.
Don't sleep on the Jets, man. They had him in the facility. He was there, man.
Let's get this straight. The Jets are not beating the Patriots for Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel used y'all bums as a smokescreen to get the job as a Patriot.
Hey,
that says how coaches view the New York Jets right now.
Hey, Kobe. I don't want Vrabel in the division at all. But if he don't go to the Jets, I just love Richie's misery because he know he wanted them. But I don't like him with the Patriots either though, because Vrabel's gonna make an impact on.
Yeah, but TD, don't make it seem like it's Vrabel or bust for me. It's not Vrabel or bust.
It's Vrabel or bust. It's Vrabel or bust because you're not getting Aaron Glenn. You're not getting.
It's not Vrabel or bust. The Jets are interviewing the planet Earth. There's so many guys. There's so many guys out there that I like. Vrabel is one of my favorites for sure, but he's not. None of them. It's not him or bust for sure.
Let me let you in on the secret, Richie. Let me let you in on the secret. There's only about 4 coaches that could probably change the Jets for the better, and you ain't getting none of them. You're gonna go get one of those other guys, and you're gonna try to sell them. Well, I like this. Nope, it ain't gonna be big.
You know who we're getting? That's gonna shock the world and be a dog. Dark horse candidate, and you'll laugh at it too. You'll laugh.
Rex Ryan, Vance Joseph. That's the quality of coach you getting.
That's the only guy that wants to actually coach for the Jets.
Adam Gase.
Then how come there's 10 plus people taking interviews if all these guys don't?
Most of them are bums. Most of them using it as leverage for other teams. You're not getting a prolific head coach. You're not getting one of the top candidates. It's just not happening. Look at the status of the Jets. No one wants to be a part of Woody Johnson, who's being looked at as the worst owner currently in the NFL. Ain't nobody want to go there and deal with that. That's like saying, go deal with Jerry Jones. But
breaking news, Antonio Brown to interview with the Jets.
Oh, my God.
Dude, that would make sense.
Man, you don't even know who my dark horse is. You'll laugh at it.
Go ahead, Richie. Go ahead.
Who is it, Rex Ryan?
No, that's not dark horse.
Zach Wilson.
That's the white
He's
horse.
being interviewed. He's one of the 50 people we're interviewing.
Who is it?
He's built to be a head coach, maybe too early, and he's not an offensive or defensive coordinator.
Okay.
Special teams guy?
No. Quarterback's coach.
Who is it? Who is it?
Josh McCown, baby.
I like Josh McCown.
Uncle Josh, bring him home.
I like Josh McCown. I like Josh McCown.
Is he in Minnesota?
But not as a head coach yet.
He's the quarterback coach for Minnesota.
Yeah.
And he was the former Jets quarterback.
Not yet as a head coach. Because
you never know, man. Some people make that jump. And it works.
But it's very rare. Here's my thing. Is if you're not ready for it, then even if he has potential and he's not ready for it, he's going to kill himself. He's being put in a position he's not ready for. I think if Gerard Mayo was given time and slowly developed, I think he could actually be a good coach in the NFL. I think he flamed out because he clearly wasn't
Y'all should have
ready.
kept him, man. Come on, Cole.
Dude, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll re-sign him for a second-round pick. You Jets can have him. I'll trade him back.
No,
Should
I
have
don't want
kept
Gerard
him.
Mayo, man.
Jets
That man
trouble.
bust.
Should
Jets ain't in trouble, man. We are making a wide net search. We're about to hire a dog.
So we ended up
Whatever you gotta tell
getting
yourself,
a super chat from a gentleman by the name of Fordnation5 with a lion as his profile picture. I'm assuming that's a Detroit
Let's
Lion
go, Ford
guy.
Nation.
That's a Detroit Lion guy in
That's a
here.
Patriots
Thank
fan,
you so
baby.
much. Late, but I'm still watching. My wife is pissed. Josh, listen, man, I appreciate that. Miss Smucker, okay, Mrs. Smucker, please allow your husband and to enjoy something in his life, okay? I'm just
Please
kidding.
allow
Mrs.
him
Smucker.
to watch us
Yeah,
be
yeah,
idiots
yeah.
and yell at each other.
Josh is like, thanks, Dan. Now I'm sleeping on the couch. Thank you so much. Sincerest apologies. Glad TD is here this week, so him and them no playoff Dolphins can get all this smoke. LOL.
It's funny, though, because
Beautiful.
TD ran last week because he was too scared to preview the Jets-Dolphins because he knew deep down the Jets are about to whoop that ass. And Aaron Rodgers was about to go out there and have a vintage moment, man. You were so scared to be here last week. Woo, at least you're here this week.
Lino, stop, brother. Just stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Worry about Denver, Lino. Okay.
You lost to the Jets, TD.
You
Bro,
lost.
we didn't lose to the Jets. We let the Jets win. It was irrelevant.
All right.
It was irrelevant.
All right.
Oh, it's
So
pathetic.
Matthew DeVideo says, Dan, with Terrell and Amari coming back, practicing and seeing the Bills and fully healthy today, how do you feel about the Bills going into this game, my friend? I think that we're going to go out there and beat the ever-living shit out of the Broncos, baby.
Yo, you and Bob, my guy. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to beat the hell out of the Broncos, baby. It's not even going to be a competition.
I got to call the
It'll be
Popo,
one of them
man.
damn games, baby. But don't worry, we'll talk about it.
That's Bob Violence. Right there.
Damn, bro. Can you imagine being that confident? One day, man. One day.
I'm damn confident, baby. Hey, Richie and TD. And do you bum teams know the season doesn't have to end after 17 games? I love the turmoil your three franchises are experiencing. Slippy Al is coming in.
Slippy Al finally
too.
changed
We're
his
up on the
profile
rise,
picture.
brother.
What
He
the heck
switched
is
up
that?
his profile picture.
Josh Allen with a... Oh, yeah, it's a cannon because cannons aren't accurate, right? They're usually good for power. So it's pretty accurate for Josh Allen's arm.
Yeah,
Inaccurate, but can throw far.
We're not really going through turmoil. Did you actually hear the report from Jordan Schultz today about Drake May?
No, what was that?
So first off, Dan, I'm sure you heard what your coach said about Drake May, right?
Yeah, he wanted him out of the division.
He was like, get him out of the division. That guy scares me. But according to Jordan Schultz, he said multiple coaches and front off personnel from throughout the league believe Patriots quarterback Drake May will be a top 5 quarterback over the next 3 to 4 years. Yeah, it's Drake May. The Drake May scare is real in the league. It's not just Patriots fans. It's real.
Listen,
So to all you bums saying that Drake May's crap, or all you bums saying the Patriots have nothing, we got a franchise quarterback, the most important piece. Let's go.
Listen, you know what, man?
Potential
based-
franchise quarterback.
All right, listen.
Not
So
franchise
based
quarterback.
off of the fact that the Jets, all right, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say this already, and this may be too soon, but based off of the fact that the Jets are currently looking for a head coach and a new GM, and the fact that the Miami Dolphins are stupid and didn't fire Mike McDaniel and their GM, I'm going to say it right now. I think that the team that threatens the Buffalo Bills for the AFC East the most next year out of this division is the New England Patriots.
That's not even a hot take. That's just logic. That's just
It's
true.
real.
That's just
It's
real.
real.
Y'all need to stop.
I think it's going to be Bills and Patriots. In fact, you know what? I think Bills win the division again, and Patriots get in with
Patriots
a
need
wild
like
card.
3
So,
draft
hold on,
classes
hold on,
before they
hold on.
can fill that roster with any talent.
Yeah. So the
Yeah, I
worst
mean, it
definitely
quarterback,
has
does
three
come around
offseasons.
Gonzo and
Hold on,
Gray.
hold on. The
So
worst
they also have the
quarterback
most money
in the
in free
division
agency.
is the real threat. The worst quarterback in the division is the real threat. Okay.
Tua?
Tua?
Kobe, don't start. Don't start.
No,
Yeah,
we
I'm not
already know
starting.
that's the case
You
right
said it.
now.
Tua is
Yeah,
better.
we already know.
Tua may not be
I'd
great, but
probably put
he's better than
Tyrod
Drake
over
May.
Tua at this point, to be honest with you. I'd probably
I'm
put
sorry.
Tyrod
I'm sorry,
over.
Chad. Who are
Yeah,
you
you just
taking to
hate
build
it
your
'cause you don't
franchise
want
right
Drake
now?
yet.
Drake May or Tua? Who are you taking to build your
Oh,
franchise right
they
now?
know.
Because
know.
TD said he's taking
Hey,
Tua.
hey,
It ain't
listen, you know what?
for the Hail Mary Drake May.
Hey,
Oh,
you know what,
God.
man? Listen, if
Fourth
Tua
quarter,
called that-
prevent defense, pad the stat, Drake May.
Yeah, thank
Oh, look at
you.
that highlight.
Thank you.
Oh, he flipped the pass from the 3-yard line. Oh, he's Mahomes all of a sudden.
The Tennessee Titans game.
Oh, he's Mahomes because he did a little 3-yard little underhand. Oh, the next
That's how I know
Mahomes.
you guys are scared because you're trying to make excuses for Drake May. Better than we've seen from a quarterback from the New York
Down
Jets
4
in years.
scores.
Better
The
than
guy's
we've seen
running
from
up
Miami
on
in
garbage
years.
defenses.
Clearly, you're not watching the New England Patriots. You don't understand circumstances. That's how I know you're scared of Drake May, baby.
Drake May was scrambling around. Drake May threw a Hail Mary, and even the receiver was like, oh.
Joe Milton had in one game had one better highlight reel than Drake May all year.
Second and third stringers. What are you talking about?
And Drake May plays his best ball when the defense is in prevent defense when they're losing by 4
That's not
scores.
true at all. So the game against the Tennessee Titans, where if they got a touchdown, they
Against
tied it
who?
into
Who has the
overtime?
first
You're
overall
trying to
pick?
tell
Against
me it didn't
who?
matter?
Against the team with the first overall pick?
Oh, so what? We're just gonna diminish the fact that the Patriots have the worst pass blocking offensive line in NFL.
We're going to
history
diminish
with
that you
0
brought up the
receivers?
Titans as your point, who are the worst team in football?
Because go back and look at the play that Drake May made. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Give him an
All right,
offensive
listen.
line that can protect him for an adequate amount of time. Receivers
All right,
that
Man,
don't
you
have
should
the ball
be
can actually get open against
building
touch
around
rate.
Joe Milton, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
So
you
that
believe
kid's
it,
a
Richie.
stud.
Richie, you're getting just as bad as TD.
Joe Milton's a stud, dude. Are you kidding
All
me?
you think about TD, you're
Kobe
getting
think
just
he
as
got
bad.
Brady. Kobe think he got the next Brady.
Oh,
So
I
with
ain't never
TD,
said that.
all right.
Ain't nobody gonna be the next Tom Brady. You kidding me?
So Colby, so like why they're like this is that
They're scared.
unlike me and you,
man.
like we know what winning is about. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Like,
what
we
good
know-
quarterbacks look like too.
like, we
I'll
know
never
what good
trust the Dolphins or
quarterbacks
Jets.
look
Yeah,
like,
Mac
you know?
Jones.
These guys
Jets
are
fan.
bitter.
You're
So
right
don't
on
let
Mac
them get
Jones.
under your skin.
Shame on you,
I
man.
so happen to believe you. If Mike Vrabel goes to the New England Patriots, he inherits the most caps, most money in potential free agency, and you know that that's going to attract pending free agents to come in there. Dare I say, Ward from San Francisco, who has already said that he's planning on hitting free agency by itself. In fact, that's a hot take. I think Charvarius Ward is going to be a New England Patriot next year. I think they have the money, and so I think they have the money. And they're going to go out there, spend some big time money on offensive linemen, and they still have a top 5 draft pick, which again, they could still trade down from and collect even more first round capital after the fact. I don't think that this rebuild that y'all are trying to manifest is going to last much longer. I don't think it's going to take 3 draft classes. I think that if they play free agency appropriately this year, and I think that if they hit on 3 out of their 8 draft picks, I see this team winning 10 plus games next year. That's where I'm at.
I think we'll be a middle of the pack team next year, depending on what we do. I think we'll
Yeah,
be,
like
we'll be
9,
middle.
10
I'm
wins,
not
I would
saying
say,
double
wild
digit
card,
wins,
I think would
but
be interesting.
Let me see that
That's kind of
schedule.
where I'm at.
if you get, I can actually tell you the schedule right now.
Let me
if you
see the
want.
left side.
Yeah, let
Well-
me see the left side of the
Well, we
schedule.
don't have it broken down into weeks yet, but we know the
Oh,
opponents.
Kobe. Oh,
So y'all are
Kobe.
playing a last place schedule, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are gonna play a last place schedule, and I know.
How many games the Patriots won this year?
So the AFC East
Four.
has the AFC North next year. So we have
One
the
more than
AFC
I
North
thought.
next year. I know that.
Yeah, I told you were wrong.
I forget which NFC conference we play.
That's because the Bills set they starters, Kobe. Otherwise, y'all would have been spot on.
TD, just so it's clear, I wanted to be a 3-win team. Okay,
Hey,
I'm
and
not
the
happy
Jets
about the
won.
4th win.
I was right about the Jets too. They won one more because in the 4th quarter, Tyreek and everybody were like, "I'll just let them win."
Yeah,
So,
but how wrong were you about your own team?
I wasn't that wrong, actually, Kobe.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you
said Super Bowl.
listen, as a fan, I say we were winning 10 to 11 games. As a realist on my channel, I told everybody 8 to 10.
The Patriots have one of the easier schedules, though. I mean, it depends on what the teams do, of course. They think this can change, but right now it looks like one of the easier schedules I've seen in a few years. You got the Panthers, the Raiders, the Giants, the Browns. You got the Jets twice a year. That's a gimme. Got the Saints. Got the Titans. Some easy games on there. If you play the Bengals week 1 again, you know that's an easy dub.
For who?
What do you mean for who? That's that schedule?
Whose schedule is that?
That's the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Next
You
year.
ain't sweeping the Jets next year.
Yeah, okay, bud.
What do you mean, yeah, okay, bud?
You got one win. You got one win against
Oh.
the Patriots. There you go, buddy. You got us down when we were bad and had a terrible coach and a terrible roster. Mike Vrabel comes in, he's gonna bend y'all over just like we've been doing for 20 years.
Nah. That ain't happening.
Whatever you got to tell yourself, brother.
The talent on your roster is trash. You ain't sweeping us next year.
Yeah, we have $130 million in cap space and 5 picks already in the top 120.
The holes in your roster will not be solved with $130 million.
They're not going to be
in a draft
solved, no,
class.
but we're going to add pieces while you guys get rid of pieces and start your rebuild.
Now we're retooling, not rebuilding.
You're rebuilding.
We're retooling.
No quarterback, no coach.
Retooling.
Retooling. That's a difference. We're retooling.
Retooling. Hey, man,
Yeah,
listen, if you
We don't need
want,
no rebuild.
Yeah, you do.
and so if you want a lesson in rebuilding, just talk to the Buffalo Bills. It took us 2 games,
The
baby.
most underrated piece that the Jets have that the Patriots don't have is an actual foundation on the offensive line.
Oh, congratulations. You know what? You're right.
And that's
we have a good
big
center.
deal.
We have a good guard. And that's the only thing you have. That's the
No,
only thing you got.
Well, what'd you say? We have what?
That's the only thing you got. You got the better O line. You got the better D line. I'll take.
And we have the better receivers. We have the better.
Until you
unit
let
on
go of
defense.
Devontae Adams, and then Garrett Wilson wants to be traded.
Nah, Garrett Wilson ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yeah, you better
All
start
right,
playing on that one.
Devontae's
All
out.
right.
G-Dubs ain't going nowhere.
All right.
Better start
So,
playing.
so he's going nowhere. Moving on. Let's go ahead and read the rest of these super chats real fast, real quick, and then we're gonna move on to. I feel like we've been beating the hell out of the New York Jets coaching search for the past couple of weeks, especially since they're interviewing, literally anybody with a pulse. I feel like we could just ask Richie, what in a perfect world, he would love for this overall squad. Granted, these guys are professionals, but why in God's creation do they allow interviews during playoffs? Example, Joe Brady, etc. Seems like a distraction. I don't know. So, fun fact, they just ended up passing a rule this previous offseason, and they can only meet with these coaches virtually until after the divisional round. That is when in-person interviews are allowed for certain candidates that are on a team that are in the playoffs. So I'm not so much concerned about Joe Brady having a Zoom call for 30 minutes or 45 minutes during the day, as much as we would like to assume that he is, just balls deep in the playbook 24 hours a day. Likely not the case, right? He has positional coaches that are also putting all hands on deck for each and every single game that puts into it. Back in the day, when they actually allowed these positional coaches to fly out to their respective interview, right before the wild card round or before the divisional round, yeah, I thought that was bullshit. But I like this rule change. I still think that they should wait until after that team is respectively eliminated from the playoffs. Because if a team truly wants one specific guy, they would wait. That would be my suggestion. But at the end of the day, I really don't think it's going to affect Joe Brady much, especially since it's probably just going to be a half-hour Zoom call, 45-minute Zoom call, etc. And probably not a lot of homework. I'm sure the homework's probably going to come afterwards. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Brady's ready either. I like him. I like what he's done. Let's see what the Bills can do first, and then maybe he gets more opportunities. If you guys go on a run, you go to the Super Bowl, you win the Super Bowl, and Josh Allen wins MVP, then I think there becomes real discussions. But it's been a season and a half that he's shown. I don't think he's shown me enough yet to say that he deserves to be a head coach of an entire NFL team just yet.
So I'll tell you what, man. Listen, I would love for that narrative to stick, and I would love for some organization to actually believe that, not hire him, so he has no choice but to come back to Buffalo next year. But I feel like you have to look at it, right? This year, he has made the Buffalo Bills offense top 5 in the history of the NFL for EPA per play. We average 3 points per drive, and hey, man, listen, you hate it, but it's facts.
Why do we keep bringing up EPA? Of course you expected. Of course you're expected to score 25 on the Patriots, but you put up 40.
No. Listen, man.
Of course you played up on
3 points per drive.
What was your EPA? What was your EPA versus the good teams?
So what makes we ended up beating both number 1 seeds in the playoffs?
We're not talking about
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're not talking about beating them. What were your EPA?
Man? Who are the good teams? The teams that are seated below us, TD? The teams that are seated below us? Is that what you're talking about?
I'll look it up.
Damn, I can't see them from up here. I'm the number 2 seed, baby. What are you talking about? The measly 3 and 4 seed that are both going to get bounced this week? Is that what you're talking
bringing
about,
up this raggedy EPA stat? Oh my God! Damn it. I called 911 for this assault, man.
Oh man.
Damn.
Anyway, Slippy Al is coming in. TD's new nickname is Tyreek because he quit on the Dolphins. All of his videos are him hating that franchise. You have Tua Greer and McDaniels for life. Glenn, Richie, can you tell the Jets to stop calling me? I do not want that terrible coaching job. Absolutely.
Glenn, calling you, Glenn.
You got the best job, honestly. You probably have the best chance. You match up just about as well with the other guys that have a realistic chance.
And by the way, let's back up for a second. What are you claiming about EPA, Dan?
That the Buffalo Bills are top 5 in the history of the NFL for EPA per play at 3 points per drive. And they're the only team that has accomplished that without a 1,000-yard receiver.
Oh, 3 points per drive. They had to sub-categorize it versus just overall EPA, right?
3 points per drive. It's a real thing.
Well, I'm showing the Buffalo Bills EPA is 0.18, which was second in the NFL this year. And number 1 in the NFL was Baltimore at 0.21. But you're saying per drive.
Per drive without a receiver that went over for 1,000 or without a running back.
Now we get more qualifiers. Okay, that makes sense.
So now we're celebrating that there's no receiver over 1,000 yards.
I'm not even trying to use this to glaze the Buffalo Bills. I'm just trying to put this out to a point as into why I think Joe Brady would particularly be ready, because he did that with a supporting cast that was supposed to be an 8 to 9 win team. Because everybody thought that we were going to be bums, like absolute bums. And I think, which makes it even more ironic, is that if you guys were, say that I were to tell you that the Buffalo Bills did not have a single wide receiver that would crack 1,000 yards this offseason and a running back that would barely crack 1,000, I think that probably would have fed into that narrative. Oh, hell yeah, that Bills team is going to win 8 to 9 games. But they didn't. They kept on taking advantage of all those opportunities. So I think that's why all these head coaching positions are interested in at least having a conversation with Joe Brady. I would miss him terribly. And say, for example, that we needed to move on for a new offensive coordinator. I would probably end up really trying to get Davis Webb, so the quarterback's coach over in Denver. He was formerly on the practice squad in Buffalo. And, really, just look at what he did with Bo Nix. Nuts. That's what I'm saying. Man. Didn't they say that?
But Dan,
yo,
look what he did to Bo Nix is right.
Yeah,
you might be worried about what he's going to do in the playoffs.
Don't worry about bum Nix. We're going to talk about him a little later. All right.
Now he's a bum. Now I don't want him to replace Joe Brady.
Hey, brother, we're about to talk about bum Nix here in a second. All right. Didn't they say that about the Houston QB last year? Albert is saying Tua is a one hit from a vegetable status. DF forever. Colby, I am sticking up for you, and you can trade back the 4th or the 5th pick up 2 to 3 more picks and fill holes fast. Absolutely.
As long as your player development is in place, then yeah, for sure. I think that was their problem last year. They didn't have the player development in there to be able to excel, especially these wide receivers that they took past the limitations that they had coming out of college.
My God. TD, I need to know how you feel about Tyreek Hill not requesting a trade from the Dolphins. It was shocking to hear after his interview after the game. Was it really shocking, though?
Hey, where's that poll at, Rich? Heard you put up a poll. Just curious.
They've already mended.
Wayne did it?
Just so
Dwayne
you know, man.
He's our head mod over here right now, bro. He's running
Dwayne's putting polls up?
He's putting
I didn't know that was a thing. Let's go,
He's
Dwayne.
running the show.
Go, Dwayne. That's not me.
Richie, I thought that was you. Dwayne is Dwayne, I might have to give you a little money under the table. Dwayne's killing it right now.
Honestly, I would not have put that poll up because I know the Jets would have lost. Why would I put that up?
Richie, I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't know what you.
Shout out to Dwayne for helping us out with his chat because
Dwayne, round of applause.
Round of applause, Dwayne.
Come on, Dan. I haven't heard you click that soundboard yet. Do you have any fun things yet?
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I still haven't had an opportunity of adding anything. I just need to spend some time on YouTube and just watch a couple of tutorials.
Well, I'm gonna be down there. Move.
Should I bring this with me so you can?
Well, no, I'll actually be in your place too.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
you will be. Oh, you will be up in the
Sleepover.
crib, bro. So is Colby. Colby's staying in the
Sleepover,
crib.
dude.
Colby, did you book your flight yet?
Yeah, I'm about to. I was like looking at like 7 different airports just to see what made most sense, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll cuddle. Yeah, we'll
Freaking out,
cuddle a
man.
little bit. Pats are 2 years away from being 2 years away. Wow, Slippy Al.
that's just not true.
Slippy Al does not have. He's 2 years away from being 2 years away. Wow. Bills will
Slippy
be
Al's
sitting their starters in the middle of the half of the third quarter. Patriots 92 has a lot of faith in the Buffalo Bills. I like that. I can't wait for next season for more TD Clips talk. Dan G. Johnson. And how about our guy Gilbert Schultz comes in with a 20 hairs, dude. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. Helps us take this channel to the next level and this network to the next channel, man. You are indeed a stud. Dan Bob will be the sacrifice Sunday for a win. Most definitely, bro. Bob's my dude, man. Dude, honestly,
Bob
ever made for this channel.
After Sunday.
Bob's gonna be decapitated if we lose.
Man.
May to the moon with Vrabel. Book it. Massachusetts football guy.
That's the fact.
Hot take. Take Steelers and the points. It's playoffs and division opponent. Just disrespectful. Chargers are only -2.5. They are gonna kill. Shout out BetUS. It's gonna be crazy. Stop lying, Dan, and trying to make your team better. Who was the AFC East favorite to win the division? It was the Miami Dolphins or it was the Jets. It was one of the two.
That's
what
everyone.
Bills. Well,
The
listen.
Bills.
Just because BetUS knows what they're talking about. All right, listen. In case you didn't know, me, Richie, and TD are the faces of BetUS TV, baby. So I influence those fools.
He told him. He said, "Keep my check for the month. Just make sure that the Bills will
Influence those.
Don't worry about it, Glenn. Stay sad. Stay sad in the offseason. Send me over your mock drafts, Glenn. I want to see them. All
We
right.
lost TD.
We did lose TD, man. He was sitting there looking up some EPA statistics.
Yeah,
and
he was studying over there.
I saw like a little piece of his soul break because he couldn't find anything to disprove me. He's like, damn, Dan Mitchell, dude.
Where'd he go?
He knows ball, bro. All right. Anyway, Richie, I do want to hear a little bit, okay? A little bit about them damn New York Jets and the head coaching position. Now, one thing I will say is that, like, we have been joking around, but yes. So according to you, so y'all hired the 33rd team, which is a media company. It was owned by a former GM. They are stepping in, spearheading this overall search. And literally any candidate on the face of the planet that is interested is going to interview for the New York Jets. Here's my question. When do you think you're going to have an answer? Like, when are we going to know, Richie? And who is it going to be? If it was up to you, talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of candidates out there. And I mean, I can even show you all these guys that we're talking about. It's like, it's tiring to talk about just because of the amount of people that I have to keep remembering to say. I mean, look at this. And this is not even including Spags, who we apparently...
You interviewed Spags?
We will be interviewing Spags, yes.
How about that?
Yeah, so this is the everybody plus Spags that we are going to be interviewing. Ron Rivera, Mike Vrabel, Rex Ryan, and Matt Nagy are the official people that we interviewed. A potential pairing of a GM and head coach is Mike Borgonzi, a GM. Now you might be wondering, who the heck is Mike Borgonzi, right? Who is that? Who's that guy? Well, Mike Borgonzi is the assistant general manager of the Kansas City Chiefs. So if the Jets want to go the Chiefs route and, connect Spags and Borgonzi, that's the Kansas City Chiefs type of culture you can bring. That's one option. Now, I want you to look at the screen. These are all the potential GMs. One of my favorite guys on this graphic is Alec Halaby. You see that, man? Mr. Alec Halaby. This guy's resume is freaking awesome. He is younger than TD Finstock. Come on, TD. Why are you saying, oh, my God?
He's younger than TD Finstock?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a weird factoid you threw in there. Oh, dude. That was
younger
a
than
disrespectful fun fact that you just threw in there, dude. All right, anyway.
He graduated from Harvard. Yeah, where'd you graduate from?
Where'd you graduate?
Bethune-Cookman University, baby.
It was MIT, as a matter of fact. All right.
He interned for Philadelphia Eagles. Where'd you intern at, TD, back then? Listen, man, this isn't a competition, but all jokes aside, Alec Halaby has been the right man of Howie Roseman for Philadelphia for years. He's worked his way up the Philadelphia ranks. That's a young prodigy I think deserves to be a GM. Another interesting name is Mike Greenberg. Does that name sound familiar? ESPN, yeah, it's not the same Mike Greenberg. He's a Long Island native from New York, like me, big Jets fan. And his brain power, Mike Greenberg, right? This is kind of cool because you think about these GMs, there's so many different types of GMs. Some GMs are coming from scouting, some GMs are coming from business. Mike Greenberg comes from business. And his job is for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. When you think of the Tampa Bay Bucks, how are they able to keep all the talent together? They have so many guys that they keep bringing back and extending. Tristan Wirfs extension. When they brought in Tom Brady, how are they able to fit everything into the cap? Mike Greenberg is the wizard behind all of that, and he's getting all the credit. He's not your eye for talent like in the NFL draft world. He's more into the business side of things, and I kind of like that with the Jets having a lot of talent in the roster. We need to figure out a way to keep everybody together. So that's another option I love is Mike Greenberg. So those are some GM candidates I think are out there that I can definitely like. Louis Riddick is a name that some people are actually getting a little bit more fond about. But when it comes to these head coaches, I'm going to come out there and give you my prediction. I really think it's going to be Aaron Glenn. That's my instincts. That's my gut.
For head coach?
Yes. I think it's going to be Aaron Glenn. I think he has ties to the organization, and that is a favorite that I think is going to be a guy for the job. Now, Rex Ryan, I really doubt that's going to happen. And if that does happen, I'll be honest, I'll be shocked. That would be a shocking news for me. Rex Ryan had to go out there and sell him perfect. I mean, he had to sell, right? He had to sell himself. So that's really the options I have. Mike Vrabel, I definitely have going back to New England. Brian Flores is a guy I definitely want to consider, and Joe Brady. But I feel like this team needs someone like Aaron Glenn because I've watched a lot of interviews of Aaron Glenn and learning more about him, and I've learned a lot of his leader. I can tell that he's a natural-born leader, and the Jets need someone like that can spark people up, hold himself accountable, part of a culture shift. The Detroit Lions were literally nothing until Dan Campbell and his whole coaching staff came. Part of a rebuild, part of a change, can help out talent even when they're injured. Big fan of Aaron Glenn, and he has Bill Parcells' energy. He has ties to the Jets organization, former player, love all that. And then my dark horse is Josh McCown. I really don't know if he's ready to be a head coach. I think an ideal world, Brian Flores head coach, Josh McCown offensive coordinator, and then trading for J.J. McCarthy. You never know. That could be an option, bringing some Minnesota over here. But the guys I don't want, Darren Rizzi, Bobby Slowick, Arthur Smith, Matt Nagy, Vance Joseph, Brian Grease. There's a lot of guys on this list that I'm not.
Did you interview Bobby Slowick?
Yeah, not yet, but we will be. Yeah.
All right. I mean, he took a step back this year, but that's still a bigger name.
And
yeah,
so you know what would be like
doing a lot.
Like I would say, the most Jets move ever would be Arthur Smith.
That'd be so funny.
He almost got the job. It was between Arthur Smith and Saleh.
Is his contract up with the Steelers after this year?
No, he's an OC though.
Rappaport said something that was Rappaport said something that was very interesting today, Richie. And he got a good point because I do want to remind you about the GM you had. He made some bad decisions, but he brought in great personnel. He brought in good players. Don't go get the quote unquote good coach that can't scout. And out of all of these groups, only two of them are like, there's more, but two of them have a very impeccable scouting record. And that's Aaron Glenn and Brian Flores. That's how they started.
So they're good at scouting. So they were scouts to begin with?
Yes. A lot of these coaches, they never went through that 25-8 program. And for those who don't know what 25-8 program is when you first become a coach and you're trying to work your way in, you work 25 hours a week, 8 days a week. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. And you're doing all the grunt work, but you get your first chance through scouting. Those guys have an impeccable background of scouting and identifying talent.
Aaron Glenn did that too? How do you know that? You just looked it up?
I didn't know until Rappaport talked about it today. He put out a post that said one of the benefits of Aaron Glenn is his scouting. Him and Brian Flores lead the way in that, basically in that category. Out of all candidates that should be available, a lot of these coaches, they automatically get a coaching position. This not coordinator, but this position group, that position group. Those guys spent years in the scouting department, and then they got their opportunity to start working their way through the coaching ranks at different position groups. So that goes a long way.
So
it goes a long way.
I want to ask you guys, seeing this on your screen now, if you were the Jets, who would your top 2, top 3 candidates be? And also, don't forget, Steve Spagnuolo is also a guy we are potentially going to be interviewing.
Man.
So definitely number one. I would say definitely number one got to be Mike Vrabel. Not happening, but if you're just talking about who you would want, definitely Mike Vrabel. Number 2, I would go Aaron Glenn. I'm sorry, Richie. I know you think that's going to happen. I just don't see it. It's been reported that it's like a 90%. And look, it's not official till you're signing on the dotted line. Anything can happen, but it's been reported that it's pretty much all but certain he is going to be the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. He has ties back to the New Orleans Saints. He was their defensive backs coach before he went to Detroit from 2016 to 2020. So I think that makes a ton of sense. The third one for me would be Brian Flores. I know that there are some bad feelings from Dolphins fans about him. You just kind of hope that over the last couple organizations he's been with since the Dolphins that he learned a couple of things. I think he's a really good defensive mind. I think that with the New York Jets, I think the way you guys are going to succeed early on throughout this new process that you're going through is to rely on your defense to win you games while your offense is kind of figuring things out. Brian Flores is a guy that can do that, but because he's suing the league, do the Jets want kind of that image on them? I don't know, but that would be my top 3 for you guys.
After that, it don't matter. And I agree with you, Richie, in that exact order. After that, it don't matter. Just pick one.
Yeah. So for
Richie
me,
don't like that because he ain't getting none of them.
So
we're getting Aaron Glenn.
So for me, I do think that the Jets should stick with the defensive-minded head coach. I have Flores as your number 1 target. I honestly think that he is about to be scorched earth. Once he goes back to any organization, I think whatever NFL organization hires this guy, he's going to turn that team around really quick and turn that into a perennial competitor and a contender even. Then I would probably go Spags. Then because that guy has been lights out for the Kansas City Chiefs for the past couple of years, right? People want to say, oh yeah, watch Tyreek Hill ended up leaving the Kansas City Chiefs and now they're winning Super Bowls. Ha 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 ha. Well, fun fact, past couple of Super Bowls that the Chiefs have ended up raising the Lombardi, I would probably give a lot of the credit right to the defense, and that was called by Spags by himself. So I'm going to have to go with Spags, number 2, and then number 3 would be Aaron Glenn for me.
So 1 you said is Vrabel?
1 is Flores.
Oh.
2 is Spags, and 3 is Aaron Glenn. And Vrabel I'm not including because he's not going to be your coach.
Yeah. That's an interesting list. I like it. Everybody in the chat, let me know who you guys think.
Spags not on here though.
Yeah, I didn't because he had happened. This graphic was made.
Yeah. You're right. Well, that is a fourth option for sure.
Spags news came out.
You're right. I remember.
It came out already.
But Dan, I needed to ask you, be honest and be realistic. Are the Jets getting any of those 4?
Shout out to Graf in the chat, by the way.
Graf's in the chat. What's
Graf's
up, my boy?
in the chat, baby.
What's up, my dude? What's up, my dude? Hope all is well.
My guy.
Tell the truth, Dan.
No, I don't think that they're gonna get any.
You know who we're getting? I'm predicting the head coach and GM right now. This is gonna be our GM. This is gonna be our GM with Aaron Glenn. All right, this is our GM with Aaron Glenn. Chris Spielman will be the GM. He is responsible for the hiring of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes of the Detroit Lions. He's a big part of the culture shift in Detroit. We're gonna hire him, and we're gonna bring in Aaron Glenn. You heard it here first.
It's gonna be Rex Ryan Watts.
Or Vance Joseph. I promise you what.
It's gonna be.
Hey,
Man.
Dan, they interviewing so many people. Tomorrow is gonna be breaking news. Jets calling in Robert Saleh for an interview.
They said Vrabel and then
Can you
Aaron
imagine?
Glenn at the end ends up being Rex
Hey,
Ryan.
can you imagine if Robert Saleh was called
Robert
to an interview?
Saleh
Oh my
to
God.
interview with the Jets.
Is
Robert
his interview-
Saleh is supposedly going to go back to the 49ers, though, for their defensive coordinator.
He's getting an interview for a head coach, too, for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I saw that, which is kind of
Mm.
crazy. Which is kind of crazy.
yeah.
How
He's
does
a
he get an
linebackers coach there.
opportunity this soon? But like right away going back to head coach, I think he needs some time.
Yeah, he's not going to get the job.
Yeah,
I think the best look for him to have multiple options for head coach in the future will be going back to the Niners.
Or Cincinnati.
I think you need to go to the Bengals.
Did you see who the Cincinnati Bengals are interviewing for defensive coordinator too?
Who?
Patriots defensive coordinator from 2024 in DeMarcus Covington. They got no idea what they're doing.
Wow.
Cincinnati. Yeah, crazy, right? Crazy
Well,
work.
whoever we hire, it's going to be the right guy. It's going to be the guy
Feel
for the next 10
bad for
plus
Richie,
years.
man.
10 plus years.
Since
Richie, why,
Cincinnati.
we all know you're not getting one of them four. We all know.
Who we getting? Matt Nagy?
It's not going to be one of those four.
Matt
We're not
Nagy
gonna-
would be such a Jets hire, dude.
Is
It'd
Matt
be
even
interesting.
first?
Ooh. Can you let? And you know what the bad part is? There's a lot of vacancies.
There is. There's a shit.
That's
ton.
But
the problem.
now let me get your thoughts of this. The Jets have something that no other vacancy has.
What's that?
An opening at GM as well, which gives the head coach an opportunity to be with the GM and they start together and they build
Yeah.
it together instead of going to a team that already has a GM. They have to get on the same page. It's like, I feel like the Jets are attractable from that perspective where they're joining together. And that's why the Jets are interviewing these head coaches and the GMs together, where I think they're conducting these interviews like, okay, who would you want your coach to be? Who would you want your GM to be? And then they'll overlap, be like, okay, these guys want to work together. These guys want to work together. And that's how they're going to get those two together because they want them to be connected. So that's why I think the Jets do have some leverage in these situations.
I think Vrabel's going to New England. Aaron Glenn is going to Chicago.
I think he's going to the Saints. I think, Cliff
The Saints
Kingsbury.
say that they feel
And
like they're the front.
Everybody in the
Ben
chat saying the
Johnson
Titans
will
have
go
an
to the
opening at
Bears.
GM. They don't have an opening at head coach. That's my point. The Jets are the only
Which
team that
is-
has a vacancy at head coach and GM.
Which is crazy to ya boy. Slippy Al. TD, and you should get tattoos of Tua, McDaniels, and Greer, and they are with you forever and ever. And none of your teams are threats to the Bills. A roach is not detected by the Terminator. Bills run this. I like that. A roach is not detected by
They've been going hard lately, man. I ain't
the
gonna lie.
Terminator. Flicks with a $2 donation. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Jets are to interview 82-year-old Rich Kotiti.
Do you know who that is?
No, who is that?
That was Adam Gase before Adam Gase. That is the worst Jets coach in our history. Yeah, Rich Kotite.
Jesus.
Rich Kotite, huh?
He was awful. Yeah, I didn't live through it, but he was the worst Jets head coach of all time.
Damn.
Just don't do another Adam Gase hire. When we hired Adam Gase, everybody hated it. And I don't want that again. I don't want to hate the hire. I want to be excited about the hire. Even though I wanted Saleh and everybody wanted Saleh, everyone was happy when we hired him, but then that didn't work either. So.
Dude, Flicks is gonna clip the breaking news. This is the Jets head coach, and it's like Richie watching. He opens up the letter. He's like,
I can't wait for the Jets to let their coach. As long as it's not one of those four, I feel great about the future.
Rex,
Who's your
Ryan is
four?
back.
Who's
I
your
already
four?
told you, Spags, Vrabel, Flores, and I would say Aaron Glenn would do a solid job. I don't think he's
So those are the only four?
You see, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sold on Aaron Glenn. I'm just going with it. I know
Another
he's a
part of
good
Aaron
coach,
Glenn you
not
can't
good.
sleep on. He'll bring some of that Detroit Lion offense.
Oh, stop.
Come on.
Ben Johnson very well could leave too, and if that's the case, they're gonna go with Ben Johnson before they go with Glenn.
Well, Ben Johnson's not coming to the Jets. I'm saying
Ben Johnson about to be a Chicago Bear. If the Patriots
I
offer
think-
it to him, I think Ben Johnson will
bold
be a Patriot.
take. I think Ben Johnson is going to be the biggest flop of the cycle. I've always felt that way. I'm not sold on him to being a head coach.
There's definitely potential for that. Definitely
He's,
potential for that. I, could see
I
where
don't
you-
see it with Ben Johnson. I really
And
don't.
Richie is a Ben Johnson hater, dude.
Well,
Nah,
well,
dude, I
why,
just-
why don't
Ben
y'all,
Johnson.
Richie? Why don't y'all be patient and wait, and maybe y'all can bring in
Just
Sean
stop there.
McDermott. Sean McDermott after he lose in the first round.
It's a Sean.
We'll bring in Mike McDaniel for OC.
Yeah, Sean McDermott's not going anywhere. Listen, I know a lot of Bills Mafia will be lining up in protest lines if we end up dropping either in the wild card and or the divisional. But with ownership, just loves him too much, man. He's not going to go anywhere. He's like I honestly feel that Buffalo looks at Sean McDermott like how Pittsburgh looks at Mike Tomlin, but with just no Super Bowls. That is the energy that this ownership has for Sean McDermott. And I don't know. It's tough for me to be able to walk away from a coach that has had so much success as far as the division titles, being competitive in the playoffs. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. But he makes a great point because one team in this division just so happens to play the Denver Broncos wild card weekend Sunday at 1 p.m. EST.
Wait, what'd you say, Dan? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom!
Dude.
Boom!
Man, dude, listen, I have to go ahead and I got to consult with you. I got to consult with you next time that I get into my intros, baby. Because who knows what kind of graphics Richie's pulling out over there. Shout out Cameron, our graphics guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But, all right, listen. So when it comes into the Denver Broncos, I do want to give credit where credit is due. Solid defense, solid front seven. Number one when it comes into sacks. They get to the quarterback. They really do. They also have the defensive player of the year in Patrick Surtain, the second. Absolute stud. He's going to be locked down regardless of who is ultimately lined up against him as well. This Broncos offense somehow is top 10 in the league for overall scoring offensively. Now, it's funny because when you end up looking at the overall box score and stats, running the football, they are below average. In fact, fun fact, this Broncos team has not had a 100-yard running back in 33 games since Latavius Murray. Right before Latavius Murray was even on the Buffalo Bills in the first place. They struggled tremendously running this football. Bo Nix has been doing him this year, right? 3,700 yards, has a couple of touchdowns, has 29, has 12 interceptions. And Sean Payton has been a genius to being able to implement and introduce this kid and making the offense as simple as humanly possible for him. And he's thriving. And I was a big Bo Nix hater this offseason. He has completely exceeded my expectations, and I think that he has a very promising career ahead of him. But now it comes down into how I see this game going. As far as this Denver Broncos defense is concerned, I mentioned it. Solid pass rush, can stop the run, especially through the trenches, deadly in the trenches on both areas. Defensively, what I think the Buffalo Bills are going to do is really leverage their true identity of everybody eats. Patrick Surtain is not a guy that's on an island. He travels with the best wide receiver that is out on the field. Hence why I'm glad that Amari Cooper and his family are okay. They've gotten through that very difficult time. He reported the practice today. He will be out there. And I anticipate PS2 to be on Amari Cooper for the entire game, which ultimately is going to open up Khalil Shakir and also tight ends. The Broncos struggle tremendously on the defensive side of the things, and there's not many sort of cracks in the armor, but the Buffalo Bills just so happen to do both of these things very well that they just so happen to struggle with. And that is receiving running backs, so especially with wheel routes, swing passes out to James Cook, etc. Same thing with Ty Johnson and tight ends. They get absolutely murdered by tight ends each and every single week. So I'm having a pretty good feeling that this is going to be a game where Dalton Kincaid is about to go off. He's probably going to have the most targets. He will go over for 100. Same thing for Shakir. As long as PS2 is going on ahead and he is distracted, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for our guys to win within that secondary and find some space. I see this Denver Broncos defensive line particularly being successful in preventing Josh Allen from rolling out right. But this is going to be a heavyweight match because we are talking about literally a defense that leads the league in sacks, but they're also going up against a quarterback who has been sacked the least all year. So we're going to have to see what trenches unit is going to show up. I'm going to have to pick the Buffalo Bills right here. I really am. So offensively, we have that. And then as far as defense is for the Buffalo Bills, yes, I understand that this Broncos team has had a couple of games where they scored 35-40. But a lot of that was when their defense was giving extra opportunities to the Broncos, where Bo Nix had very favorable field position during quite a few of his touchdown drives, like moving forward. I see the Buffalo Bills actually doing a hell of a lot better against this offense than most Bills fans would want to admit, because everyone's scared about our defense. They're just like, oh my God, dude, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to stop this? How are we going to stop that? We haven't really demonstrated all year an issue with our secondary and our DBs being able to cover some of the best wide receivers in the league. Our Achilles heel all year has been stopping the run. We are facing a team that is bottom of the league in running the football. It's just how it is. So I think that this Buffalo Bills team is going to have a defensive scheme where they almost allow the Denver Broncos to run the ball, invite them to, and just rely on our DBs to be able to cover who their wide receivers are, right? I trust Christian Benford against Denzel Mims. I trust Rasul Douglas against Cortland Sutton. I trust our linebackers against some of those swing passes with their tight end, with their slot receiver, etc. And I see this Buffalo Bills defense taking the football away from Bo Nix at least twice. So with that being said, I don't think it's going to be too high scoring. I don't see us cracking 30, but I have the Buffalo Bills winning this game 24-17 in a gritty defensive matchup, but you will see the Buffalo Bills pull away in the second half when adjustments are made.
Denzel Mims.
Bang! Denzel Mims, former Jet legend.
He's not in the Broncos, Dan.
Are you sure?
It's another Mims you're thinking of. Marvin Mims.
Marvin Mims, excuse me. Marvin Mims, excuse me.
That's why y'all gonna lose.
Excuse me. Marvin Mims. Sorry about that. I was on a heater. Marvin Mims.
Dude, you were doing great up until that one.
Richie, can you pull up the comparison? Bo Nix and Josh Allen, please.
Oh, wait.
If you
I actually have it.
No, I got it, Colby.
Actually, I don't have it anymore. Ben sent it to me because he asked me to pull it up yesterday. But
Richie got it. Oh,
It's not-
Ben,
it's
and I
not
heard
gonna be
Ben
no 40-80.
Ether Dan. I heard Ben Ether Dan, by the way.
So what are you talking about?
He beat you in the Smackdown.
Who did? Who was watching that? Who voted on that? Are you out of your mind? I
Ben, man.
smoked
Hey.
him at the end of the day.
Here it is.
All right.
Here
We
it is, CD.
smoked him at the end of the day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's just call it what it is. The better quarterback's going to win this game, and Bo Nix is going to win. Let's just call it what it is. At the end of the day, he has a better stat line than Josh Allen this year because he's more effective. He's played more tougher games. He's more tried and true this season. Bo Nix, his ability to extend plays with his legs was very impressive this year. And if you notice, just 100 yards less than Josh Allen. And I promise you, Bo Nix's runs aren't typically designed runs. It's just him getting up and getting at it for his team, making plays. The Buffalo Bills, you want to know what their true kryptonite is that nobody talks about? Mobile quarterbacks. And we're not talking about scrambling improvisational quarterbacks. Quarterbacks that can actually go run the football. And Bo Nix can do that in any given week, okay? Buffalo Bills, they're going to be scrambling on defense, trying to make sure they cover that secondary, because what Bo showed us this year is that he can make every throw. And while they're doing that, I guarantee he has 60-plus rushing yards in this game. And it's going to impact this game in a way the Bills haven't seen this year except one game, which was against another mobile quarterback and Lamar Jackson. And y'all remember how that ended up for the Buffalo.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Bo Nix is Lamar Jackson.
No,
He
I
is the
didn't.
next
No,
coming of Lamar Jackson,
see, man,
ladies and
you
gentlemen. That's what we're saying.
You deflected.
He's
You
the next
deflected.
coming of Lamar Jackson, folks.
You know what?
Did
You
we
know
know
what?
that?
You know what? Side
Did
note,
we
man.
know that?
For the record,
Bo Nix and Lamar, dude.
Richie, can you please tell me what rank Josh Allen is for completion percentage? I still can't get over this.
All right,
Get
CD. I mean,
over
Don't shoot me. I'm the messenger, guys. Okay. TD's asking for it.
I still can't get over the fact that the top candidate for MVP right now has the completion percentage that he has and the yards that he has, and neither of them probably ranked in the top 10. It's crazy to me. The man averages 219 passing yards a game.
Right. TD, can you guess what ranked he is? Josh Allen, off the top of your head.
Being an MVP, I would guess top 5.
Colby, you have a guess where Josh Allen's ranked in completion percentage in the NFL?
I would say top 5 too. Oh,
completion percentage.
Yeah, I would say top 5, right?
Oh man, I don't get it. Tell him, Richie.
He's ranked 24th in.
I should have said bottom. Should have said bottom 5. As soon as you asked me, I was like, no way Richie's giving a compliment.
I'm not saying no compliment or disses.
Dan hate these conversations. Can you tell him where he ranks in passing yards, Richie? What do you think? Passing now. This is Josh Allen, Kobe. Where do you think he ranks in passing yards, Kobe?
I mean, he's got to be lower because he has no one to throw the freaking ball to, right?
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying. Where is he? We know how the Bills want to run that offense.
Where is he ranked?
Since we're having a nice little Socratic method conversation.
Passing yards.
Since we're having a Socratic method conversation where we ask questions where I know all of you know the answers to it immediately.
No, Colby, I actually don't know, man. I keep forgetting.
Excuse me, TD. Colby, if you could guess how many quarters Josh Allen ended up sitting this year after blowing teams out in the fourth quarter, how many quarters would you guess that he sat out this year?
So many total quarters or like total games?
Total quarters.
How many quarters
I'm gonna go. Did he sit out due to blowing out a team?
How many times did he play the Jets?
8.
Give me 8.
Guess how many, Colby? You're close.
I was gonna say 10 originally.
11.
Oh, I should have said 10. Damn it.
Josh Allen, folks, sat out 11 quarters this year.
Hey, you tell everybody the opponent.
Everybody that is struggling trying to fathom this is almost 3 full games, ladies and gentlemen. So let me tell you something. All right, sure, his passing yards are down, but it's not his fault that he's destroying teams to a point, and the Buffalo Bills are just trying to preserve the best quarterback in the league in 2024. So, yes, TD, that is why. If you would like to go on ahead and say that, he's averaging, like, let's say, for example, that he did play those 11 quarters, TD, we all know that dude would be up around 4,300 passing yards. It's just bonkers if you don't believe that. He sat out 11 quarters this year, TD.
Dan Mitchell. And you know what? You know why he sat out? Because they wanted to keep them interceptions low.
Oh, yeah.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
No, not at all. Because according to you, we just had a bunch of nobodies at the wide receiver position. We wanted to preserve the only weapon that we have, folks. Dan, so let's remember, folks, everyone that loves doing that, he sat out almost 3 full games this year due to blowing the doors off of some of the opponents that he ended up playing. So
Cook blew the doors off.
Chew on that for a second. That's all I'm going to say. 3 full games, ladies and gentlemen.
Cook was one of the top running backs in the league, and he got snubbed for Pro Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of it, your defense leads the league in takeaways, Dan Mitchell. Do you know what that does for an offense? You see, y'all act like Josh Allen did it all by himself.
So about time, man. Here's the deal. I have been, like you say that like it's supposed to get under my skin. I'm happy about that, TD. Because I've been watching Josh Allen play football for 6-7 years right now, and I have never seen a team where we actually have a quality run game, where we have a defense that helps him out. This is perfect because
guess what?
The formula of Josh Allen doing all of these incredible things, having all of these high-rated passing yards, all these high-rated passing touchdowns, might as well call him Tua. Great on paper, but sitting on his ass right now as it comes into the playoffs, baby.
Well, that's the same thing you're going to be doing after this weekend. That's the same thing Josh Allen going to be doing after this weekend.
At the end of the day, I just want to remind everybody, next time you look at stats, just remember Josh Allen sat out almost 3 games this season in total because he was blowing the doors off of teams. And based off of his quarter per average on passing yards, you can add an average of about 100 to 125 passing yards per quarter, getting him to closer around 44 to 4,500 yards. So miss me with that bullshit.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Dan,
Dan.
I'm gonna hold you.
You can't add yards that never happened, Dan. It is what it is.
Oh, Matt. Well, no.
Context,
like,
right?
I'm
We always
just
talk about
trying. I'm just trying to paint a logical picture here.
The
That's all it is. He sat out 11 quarters, man. Come on.
The logical picture, before you cut me off to begin with, is that the Denver Broncos are going to win this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to shock the world because they have a good defense, and Bo Nix had a better season than Josh Allen. There you have it.
My God. Well, you know what, man? I don't currently remember any times where Bo Nix was sitting in the fourth quarter. So congratulations.
Just about that time of the year to get your head checked, TD. So make sure you.
No, don't worry about it. I can't wait for that final score so I can take that screenshot behind me.
That time. All right, Richie, talk to me about your Buffalo Bills and your Denver Broncos. So your Buffalo Bills and Denver Broncos situation.
That situation. Deep situation.
Tell them, Richie.
Yeah, let me know your preview and prediction. Talk to me.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good one. I feel like I've been very consistent with this take here that I'm about to say. I think the teams that have the best chance in the playoffs are the teams that go into the playoffs with the most momentum. Mm-hmm. And the Denver Broncos, now they didn't really finish the season on the hottest of notes. Their schedule was very tough, but they are coming off a blowout win against the backups of the Kansas City Chiefs. We're not going to look too much into that. They lost a thrilling overtime loss to the Cincinnati Bengals a week prior. So I feel like this game, the only way that the Broncos can pull off the upset is if the offense for the Broncos clicks. Because remember what the big issue was for the Bills heading into this playoffs a few weeks ago. It's their defense. People are worried. As good as Josh Allen and the MVP version of Josh Allen and Joe Brady getting a head coaching job potentially, the big concern with the Bills has been their defense. And they've been, playing a little bit better as of late, but are they going to step up when it matters the most? If they allow Bo Nix to get confident and Sean Payton to get in rhythm as a play caller and allowing that team to get explosive plays, the thing about Bo Nix that makes him so dangerous too is not only can he beat you with his legs, but he's got a cannon, man. He can stretch the field and beat you deep. And he's got an accurate cannon, too. Like, he can drop that thing behind the defense. Like, if you're a defense that gets sucked in off play action or you're so worried about him running and you forget about Cortland Sutton or Mims, who's their blazer, behind you, he can throw that thing 30 to 40, 50 yards on a dime. So, Bo Nix is absolutely, taking the league by storm as a rookie. When I watched his Oregon tape last year, I was very impressed, and this is exactly why I was impressed, because he felt like he played like a pro in college, and that's kind of how I like to evaluate college quarterbacks. Do you look like a pro in college? Where's your feet? Are you winning like off schedule in college, or are you actually making throws within the pocket? And I feel like he did that a lot. His fundamentals are there, so very curious to see how they step up. I am expecting the Bills' defense to play better at home and in the playoffs. The Bills are undefeated at home this season, so it's going to be a really tough environment for Bo Nix and that offense to click. And then, the biggest matchup that everyone's looking forward to in this one is the Bills offense versus the Broncos defense. Like, that is what we're all looking forward to. I think that's going to be pretty neutral. I think Josh Allen's going to make some plays, and I think the Broncos defense is going to make some plays. So I think the X factor for this game is who wins the other side of the ball. The Bills defense or the Broncos offense, because that could be the deciding factor of this game, because I expect Josh Allen to score points, and I expect the Denver Broncos defense to get some stops here and there. The question is, what version of Bo Nix are you getting? Is he going to turn into a pumpkin and have a rookie moment, or is he going to level up and become a star, and all of a sudden the whole world's like, shit, we got to worry about Bo Nix now on top of all these guys? Because we've seen crazy things happen in the league. C.J. Stroud won a playoff game as a rookie. No one really saw that coming last year. I mean, So be it. He was a division winner, and he had a home playoff game. This one's very, very tough for Bo Nix to go into Buffalo. I'm not going to go out there and predict the Broncos to win this game because I just don't see it happening. Listen, I want to be transparent with everybody. I don't want to make it seem like I'm this giant hater or whatever. I actually, if I had to put money on it, I'm going to pick the Bills to win. But I think it's not going to be an easy game, and I think Bo Nix is going to play well, and I think it's going to be a thriller that comes down to the last moment of this game. And I have the Bills winning by like 3 points or 4 points.
Interesting. Well, Richie, you said that this game starts with the momentum, right? And it sounds like you believe that the Broncos have all the momentum. But to me, I don't know if they do. Look, they are coming off of a big Week 18 win to push them into the playoffs against the Chiefs, but got to understand the circumstance in which they beat the Chiefs, right? They were resting their starters. They win the game, it doesn't matter. They lose the game, it doesn't matter. They didn't really care about that game. In fact, I think the Chiefs prefer to play the Broncos compared to some of the other teams. The 2 weeks prior, though, the Broncos lose to the Bengals. The Broncos lose to the Chargers. We started to see them fall off a little bit there at the end. And I actually really, really like how the Buffalo Bills match up against this one, right? Like if the Buffalo Bills were playing against even the Texans, because Joe Mixon's had a really good year, they were playing against Derrick Henry and the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, I'd be really scared here for you. But the Broncos can't run that damn ball. It's been their biggest Achilles heel all year long. They've been so one-dimensional. Like, yes, they've been succeeding because they've been so dominant through the air. They're getting these chunk plays down the field, setting themselves up in excellent field position. But what do we know about the Buffalo Bills defense? We know that they're terrible at stopping the run, but they got some dogs in that secondary. They can get to the quarterback too a little bit. And so I like how the Buffalo Bills match up here. I think this is exactly how the Bills want to match up. Richie, I think you hit on it perfectly, saying that this game's really going to come down to what can the Broncos defense do, which has been one of the best in the NFL. They make plays defensively. They get turnovers. They make the plays when it matters. But Josh Allen on the other side of things, for the most part, like, you know, his receivers can actually keep their hand on the football. He hasn't been turning the ball over a whole lot. He's playing at that MVP-like level. We're not seeing Josh Allen throw games away like we've seen in the past. So as long as he can keep playing like himself, I do trust the Buffalo Bills a little bit more, especially because their O-line, as the season has progressed, has quickly become one of the best in the league. You're also playing this at home in Buffalo. That's going to be another advantage there. You know that Bills fans, they want this win. They want to go to the Super Bowl. They want a chance. They want a Lombardi. I think they're going to be a little bit more hungry. And again, it is supposed to snow. So potentially, what are the weather conditions going to be like, right? Because if the weather conditions are bad and this game comes down to who's going to run the ball more effectively and efficiently, 10 out of 10 times, I trust the Buffalo Bills more. So I'm going to take the Bills to win this game. To me, it's a no-brainer. I think it could be fun. I think there could be some good moments, but I'm going to take the Bills, let's say 23-17.
23-17. All right, TD. Talk to me.
About?
So the Bills and Broncos preview and prediction. What do you got?
I already told you they losing.
All right. We'll dive into it.
I already did. There you go. But no, listen, man.
That was serious.
But no, yeah, I was serious. Yeah, listen, Dan Mitchell. Listen.
So TD's the only one predicting the upset.
No, yeah, because the Bills should win the game. It's something about it, Richie. I just don't think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna be in the same turmoil the Dolphins and the Jets and the Patriots are in. Just their way of doing it, making it to the playoffs to disappoint. And I'm telling you, you know, Denver, they're a scary little team that can upset you. Like, here's my deal. Where is their weakness really? Where's the Broncos? And that you might be right. The inexperience, but are we going to forget that the Bills are also younger? Are we going to forget that they brought in some young talent and things like that? A lot of those guys still developing at the same token. The Bills are supposed to win this game, but it's something about it, man. I just feel like the Broncos beating the Chiefs, not because it was a loaded Chiefs. We know that it was a watered down version. But they still executed very well in that game. I know there's going to be resistance this time with Buffalo, but they were focused and they were about business. And let me tell you what scares me about Denver. Just like last week, there's going to be a lot of 4-down territory for Denver. They went for it on 4th down so many times last week against the depleted Chiefs. I think they're going to play the same way versus Buffalo because they're not expected to win. So why not go all out? And that's why the Lions are as good as they are too. It's like when you look at everything from a 4-down perspective versus 3 and punting, it can be scary sometimes. We'll see, man. This is going to be on Bo Nix to solidify his rookie season. And can he go out with a bang and shock everybody and beat the Buffalo Bills? I believe he got a chance to. You should win. But no, it ain't. It's not.
Oh,
it's not.
Man.
I just think that they might have a good chance to win.
Mm.
You haven't seen them this year. You haven't played them.
So I'll tell you what. So, wow. Look at
this matchup. It's about matchups. You don't know. You haven't played them this year.
Yeah. But guys, like I said at the beginning, I have a hard stop here in a bit. I got an early morning. I love each and every single one of you for tuning in and representing at the AFC East Roundtable. Sorry, I have to be up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm picking up somebody from the airport. However, love all of you. I cannot wait to rub it in all of your faces on Monday when the Buffalo Bills advance to their ultimate matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers during the divisional round coming on up. And we will see. Love y'all. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Thanks, Dan. Taking an L.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Mitch, your brother.
All right, at least TD, you're hosting. Take over. Read the super chats. Do something. I gotta watch these Knicks win.
Oh, stop lying to yourself, Richie. And where do we leave off, man?
What do you mean? Unless I'm lying to myself.
Do the roar.
I don't know where we left off on the super chats.
Yo, you ever seen Shrek? Do the roar.
We left off.
You need to highlight it.
Here, Richie Fresh. This one. After Jets interview Rich Kotite.
All right. Well, Jets are. Oh, see
this one.
Don't ever live in California. I guess in California. Rams game might get moved to Card Stadium due to wildfires.
Yeah, it's bad, bro.
What team benefits from that one?
Yeah, the wildfires are crazy right now in California, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's in California. I got a lot of friends in California, and you got to walk around with masks no matter where you're at. It's not good right now.
I don't even know what's going on. What's happening in California?
Oh, the whole there's like a wildfire that's caught like miles.
It's in Hollywood right now, yeah.
Yeah, it's right off the what's it called? I forgot. It's north of Hollywood, and it's bad. It's where like a lot of like big houses are burning down to the ground.
We're 2,000 acres right now.
Yeah, it's scary. There's some aerial views of like people in planes seeing it, and it's just like engulfed flame. Just Google right now, like California wildfires. You see pictures. It's crazy.
It's really bad.
When did this start?
I think yesterday or today.
Yeah,
Prayers up to anybody that's getting affected on the West Coast with that. That's some serious stuff, man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And people getting out though, right? They have their
majority, but there's some casualties, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The animals too. You got to remember the animals.
Houses are getting burnt down. You know.
Yeah. So that's what I was reading earlier. Somebody was complaining that an insurance company dropped all of the fire coverage a week earlier, and a fire has wiped them out in California, and they were complaining about it. But I didn't know it was this bad.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, apparently the winds are like 70 miles an hour, they said.
Yeah, I was when I saw that, I just thought it was some like conspiracy thing because they were talking about an insurance carrier in a specific area dropped all fire coverage on everybody in the neighborhood like a week ago. And now there's fires. But I thought it was just like one little neighborhood or something.
Nah, this is craziness.
Man, that's crazy. All right, well, as far as pray for
it may affect the game on Monday for the Rams. It may get moved to a neutral site in Arizona. That's what might happen.
It's in LA.
Yeah.
Hold on, who the Rams play?
Vikings.
I mean, they were gonna lose anyway. So, all right, that's crazy, man. Moving the game, that's tough. All right, where we at? Well, I'm having a computer issue, Richie.
Come on, TD. You can handle it.
TD, if you could pick one NFL coach to replace McDaniel, who would it be? Brian Flores?
No way.
After
what he said about Tua?
He's going to hate it when we hire him, bro. TD's going to be done.
After what he said about Tua, you still want him?
What are you talking about?
There were like issues with Tua. With like Brian Flores.
You would be picking Flores over Tua. You know, Tua would get fired.
Like Tua basically was like, yeah, glad that guy's gone. He basically
breaking news: Raiders to interview Robert Saleh.
He's getting more head coach opportunities than I thought he would.
The Jets,
and knowing the Jets, he's going to go somewhere.
Go and succeed, right?
The Jets, in a metaphor sense, are okay-looking women. The roster, wow, but she had bad credit. STDs, kids from different daddies. Woody Johnson. Oh
man, Slippy out. Why'd you gotta go? Why you gotta do that to me?
We shouldn't take advice from TD ever, but keep losing. Keep on losing.
Thanks for the super chat. You know, those people are sending their hard-earned money. You gotta thank them for it, TD. What do you do to this?
Keep on losing. Keep on losing. All right. Dan, buy TD that book, Football for Dummies.
Football for Dummies.
Listen, the dummies are the ones who have never won a Super Bowl. The organization that has never won a Super Bowl, I mean, you got to be something wrong. All right? If you have never won and you support it, play it. Play what? Flick, we tried loading it and it wouldn't come up.
Yeah, Flex. I think maybe it was long. The one you sent. Hold up. The one you sent me. Unless you sent a new one.
Dan put in our private chat. Flick's video wouldn't come up.
Unless no, you didn't send a new one. So the 7-minute one like wasn't loading. Unless I'm not seeing a new one.
All right, but what I do see is Firefighters, man. What up, homie? Talk to
What's up? What's up, guys?
Firefighters, man. Oh yeah, it's the boy.
It's the boy.
Yeah,
our Lord and Savior.
We're not talking anymore, so that's all good.
What? Oh, dude, come on.
Moved on to a new girl, actually.
What? You got a new girl already? Wait, what's her name, dog?
Her name's Elizabeth.
What's up, Elizabeth?
Bro, you're already on to the new one like that, dude.
Literally, I met her at my job. It was kind of funny. She literally came in for an oil change, and I was just like, oh, because she was driving a Mustang, and I was like, oh, like, does your boyfriend get jealous, like, when you drive that around? She's like, actually, I don't have a boyfriend. I was like, oh, cool. You want to go on a date?
No way, dude. We could all learn a thing or two from you.
Maybe.
Look at that.
Probably not.
And she was down.
Learn a thing or two. Yeah. She was like, oh, hell yeah.
I literally got her number, and I was like, all right, I'll text you, like, once I get off of work. And she's like, yeah, cool. I literally just got back from fire department training, so I'm, like, literally exhausted.
Wait, like, actually?
Yeah.
Dude, that's dope. What the hell?
Yeah, like, we do drills and shit.
That's so cool.
Bro, you're out here making it happen, man.
Have you ever seen the show 911?
That all those firefighter shows are bullshit.
Like,
they go into, like, a burning building and they don't have a mask on. That's not real. Not real at all.
Dude,
you will literally die.
So TD, you got to take some notes from Firefighter, man, bro. He's out here rizzing it up.
Well, I gotta take notes. I gotta take notes, Richie.
He has kids. He doesn't need advice.
A whole wife, and kids, Richie. I'm good. I'm
so
straight,
the only
Richie.
quick thing, TD. You talk a lot of shit about the Bills.
They trash.
Let me finish. But before the Super Bowl was a thing, because everyone talks about the Super Bowl. There was another championship that existed. The American
we talking
Football
ancient
League
Egypt now. Come on, man.
It was in 1964.
That's ancient Egypt.
That's 4 years before the Jets won the Super Bowl.
Were you born?
No, were you? Maybe.
No, I wasn't.
1964 and 1965, the Bills are the only team to win back-to-back American Football League championships.
We're talking about the NFL.
Yes, but there was a championship that existed before.
We're talking about the NFL.
Say, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl. Who cares about it? It can't just be.
We talk about the
Super Bowl.
NFL. I don't know what league you talk about. We talk about the NFL.
The one that existed before the NFL. That one. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey. Why it ain't make it? It ain't make it. It ain't still around. This is a new league.
That's because they had a merger.
Hey, and which one took over?
No, I'm saying the American Football League merged with the other thing.
With the NFL?
I'm on. Okay, here's my niece. She's coming.
I was about to say, who's
that?
that? Hey!
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. She loves you.
And now she's calling me a parrot.
Let's go Dolphins.
So she doesn't like the Dolphins. She's a Bills fan. She literally walks around the house and says, "I love Josh Allen." It's adorable.
Oh my god,
it's so cute though.
You're training them young, man.
I love Drake, man.
Well, her dad's a Giants fan, so
that's
it's just a struggle. My sister was a Patriots fan for a long time.
Hey, where your sister at? We gotta set her straight.
Why?
We gotta set her back.
Brady. That's why. She was a Brady fan.
Like, so pretty much half the fan base.
Yeah, she was a big Brady fan. I mean, she liked other players. You know, she was an Edelman fan.
Oh, dude, I met Edelman. This is actually...
You met Edelman?
Yeah, dude, this is signed by him, too.
Oh, nice.
I did.
All right, well...
All right, man. We appreciate the call. Congrats on your next girl, bro. You're out here killing.
We'll see what happens.
Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service, bro.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Salute to you, brother.
All right, first round exit.
Damn, you're gonna say it like that, bro?
That's right. First round exit.
Yo, you keep skipping LaSalle, bro.
Let's go.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Easy.
Hey, I didn't know my man was a firefighter, man. Shout out to the first responders. I'm a military veteran, but yeah, the first responders deserve that too, man. They doing that stuff at home.
That in tonight, damn.
Yeah, so it's all good. So yeah, it's Bills up. You know, Sunday.
I make YouTube videos.
About to be down.
About to spank these Broncos real quick, and then you know, probably the Ravens next.
You got no worries, Izzy? You're 100% confident?
I'm never 100% confident in anything, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna beat the Broncos. Like I'm just like I don't operate with worry, nor do I operate with you know, concern or like overwhelming, you know, sureness that we're gonna win the game. Like I'm pretty sure we're gonna win the game, but you know, every now and then some shit happens. You know, the Bengals popped up out of nowhere when Burrow had that knee injury, and then he got Jamar Chase, and he had T. Higgins already, and T. Higgins didn't really show out his first year, but then Chase showed up, and then he got big, and then the Bengals were a problem, and now they're really not a problem. It's kind of a, you know, one of those things where, you know, sometimes people pop up, but I'm not really that concerned with the Broncos. They got a really good defense. Bo Nix is improving. They're going to be a problem more for the Chiefs in the future than for us. But by proxy, potentially us. Second one in the playoffs, we see the Ravens again. I think that they're going to be playing a pissed off Bills that's healthy this time. You know, in Buffalo, in the playoffs, you know, we kind of got them. And Lamar doesn't really play well in the playoffs, so I'm not really that concerned with them. My big worry is the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. That's where we gotta, you know, make up ground. Like we beat the Ravens in the playoffs. I'm not concerned with that so much. I'm not concerned with anybody other than Mahomes and or Joe Burrow, who is not in this year. So it's, you know, it's the AFC Championship game that I'm really concerned about. I'm just here to watch this game, and if we happen to lose, you know, good job for them because, you know, they did something. But, you know,
thank you for being realistic, Izzy. You know you're not winning the Super Bowl, but at least you can see the AFC Championship in sight. Thanks for being realistic.
As long as they get there, like I would say it was a successful season.
You been skipping me, TD? You've been skipping me,
really.
TD?
He's skipped me twice, TD.
He scared you. Come on.
He's skipping me. Oh, let me go in on you. Let me go in on you real quick. Real quick, bro. So how did it feel being in the basement with us? Like, how did it feel? How did it feel, bro? How did it feel? How did it feel being in the basement? Not going to no Super Bowl, not even going to the playoffs. Like, how did that really feel for you? And you got beat by the Jets, man. Like, come on. Like
the Jets, LaSalle.
Like you got beat by the Jets, and without a head coach, without a general manager. I don't like. How did it make you feel? Like actually, like deep down inside of you, how did it really make you feel? I'm trying to be a therapist here. Like, what did it really just make you feel deep down inside you?
It made me feel
knowing that.
It made me feel like the same way the Chiefs fans feel about losing to Denver this weekend. It don't matter. We knew we laid down and gave y'all a win.
Well, weren't you saying the whole time that the Chiefs are going to beat the Denver Broncos? You were saying like, oh, they're a great team. They're not going to get beat by the Denver Broncos. They're not going to get beat. I was like, bro, they're going to bench him. They're going to bench all their starters. You really think they're going to really do anything? And I just want to say one thing. And this is just two Bills. This is just two Bills fans. Don't hate on me for this because remember, I've been going at TD. I've been going at Dolphins fans. But if Josh Allen does win the MVP, I had to give kudos to all the defenses out there because this is probably, if we can look it up, this is probably one of the most defensive seasons we have had in a long time. Because not even Lamar Jackson, he didn't have, he had great touchdown to interception ratio, but when it comes to yards, no one really had a lot of yards. Hey, if he wins it, I'm saying we're back to the 90s again. And I'm loving it.
Back to the 90s. So Lascelles wants some passing numbers. Dang.
Man, Lamar exceeded all his passing numbers. Who next? Who we talking to?
That is true. Bills fans next. You ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, man.
All right, get him out of here.
The man of the week. What up, fellas, man? I'm right back like I left something, you know what I mean?
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Oh, man, it's good to see y'all, but it's more better to see TD. How you doing, brother? I mean, how you doing, man? I just want to know how you doing.
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. League cheated
Are
us.
you sure? Your heart ain't hurting you? Yeah, you know what I mean? You're able to walk around good? Because, you know what I mean? Them Jets did what they should have done. Put you out your misery.
Let them know.
Put you out your misery.
Why you always so worried about the Dolphins? Why you all up in our streets?
Every week you worried about the Bills. You don't even care if y'all go to the playoffs. You worry about the Bills every week.
I care about Bills fans. I try to keep y'all away from the delusion. You ain't ever winning the Super Bowl.
You know what, TD? See, what's crazy is you talk about Josh Allen all the time. You're a hater. No, you're the definition of a player hater. You always hating on Josh Allen. I understand you don't have that. You would never have that. I understand that.
He's not a winner. He don't win in the biggest moment.
He when he play against y'all.
He just win little regular games. That's all I'm saying. He's not a winner, bro. He can't keep up with the real big dogs like Mahomes.
See, what I realize is what I realized about y'all is you say stuff and then you act like people don't remember what you say. Like it's so weird. You said we were going to lose to the Chiefs. We won that game. Said we were going to lose to Detroit. We won that game. Who's the two number one seeds? Who's the two number one seeds?
Super Bowls. That's the one thing you'll never hear me flip flop on. You will never win a Super Bowl with him.
It's cool, TD. You know what, TD? I like you. You lie a lot. I like you, TD. You lie a lot.
I'm lying that
you lie a lot. You lie. That's why I like you, because I must be a person to you to lie to all the time. I like you, TD.
All right, man. You're gonna learn the hard way. You might be this weekend.
Hey, put some money on it, TD. That's one thing you will never do. Put some money on it. Put the house up. Put the house up
right now. $12 right now.
I'll take that. I'll take every penny.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, man. I'm about to go do this interview for the Jets real quick. See y'all later.
You ain't getting it, Lino. You ain't getting no interview. Come on.
He might. The rate you guys are going.
I mean, I'm the head of the social media department for the Jets now, starting in a week.
Hey, bro, y'all like this necklace I got? I got it from Gold. Like that. That show's expensive.
Damn, the shield, bro. Shop Gold,
shield, bro.
That's real. Sponsored. That's freaking dying. That's right glistening, there, bro. That's pure. That's like 10 grand worth of.
Hey, man, don't jump me when y'all see me.
Flex it, bro. Flex that shit.
Don't jump me when y'all see me, man.
I
want to get like the big one. I want to get like the big like helmet and just all right here.
Damn,
start walking around the airport when we travel, just lugging it around. DTN, talk to him.
Hello, Kobe. FYI, Kobe, I am actually feeling a lot better compared to Sunday's call because I was dying.
You were dying.
Yes, I was dying. I hate that.
You ruined the tank. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
We got Mike Vrabel.
But
sorry, bro.
Well, now that I'm healthy enough to give my little recap of like the whole entire season for all of the AFC East teams, of which teams exceeded expectations and which teams failed to meet expectations. Well, we knew the Patriots we basically met expectations with Drake May. Dolphins, I'm sorry, you should have, if you didn't lose these stupid games, or if Tua didn't get injured against the Bills, you would have been better. But I gotta say, Jets made me laugh so hard because you had a good roster. You find new ways to screw yourselves in the foot. You fired Robert Saleh early at the wrong time. Then you have Woody Johnson and his two little sons about my age making these transitions. It's like, I know what's going to happen next offseason. Next offseason, you guys are going to win on paper with a good roster. And then next year, with another easy schedule, you will find new ways to screw yourself up because you don't. And then once you draft a new quarterback, you're going to kill another quarterback because Jets equals purgatory. Jets.
That's
plus
Dolphins.
Jets plus paper planes
Purgatory
equals purgatory. I predict that the Bills will be number 1, Dolphins number 2, Patriots number 3, Jets forever number 4.
Forever number 4. Who the last two years? Who's number 4? Why don't you remind the people, DTN? Who the last 2 years?
When was the last time the Jets made the playoffs, huh?
You said forever. You said forever.
Shut
so
up,
if it
Richie.
was
Jets will
forever,
never make the
then we
playoffs.
would have not. We would have
Jets
been
will
last
never
2
make the
years.
playoffs. They will never win
You're
the
wrong,
Super Bowl.
DTN. You're wrong. You
Yeah.
can't admit it, bro. Just
Talk
accept
to him,
defeat,
DTN.
DTN.
Let's
You were
go.
in the basement the last 2 years, the bottom of the barrel.
It's all right. We'll be number 2.
Be
We're on an
fair,
upward
Richie. Y'all
trajectory.
are
Y'all
fourth from expected wins. Y'all are fourth.
Hey,
place.
bro, all I'm saying is he said we're forever in the basement. You got to be aware where you came from. You were in the basement
congrats.
the last 2
You guys,
years, bro.
the last 20 years went from 4 to 3. Congrats. You'll be back down there next year.
Oh, well, it's still
you
your
know what? No,
basement.
you'll
You're
compete
down
with
there
that.
now. I'm in no basement. You're the one in the basement currently. Just saying.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll remember this. I'll remember this next year.
It's just a fact. I mean, I'm just presenting the
Week
fact.
1 back in the basement.
I mean, I'm just presenting the facts here, man.
Richie, if y'all let the Patriots pass,
I ain't no
y'all-
basement.
Oh man,
Why you
I
acting
ain't
like
no
that's not
basement,
exactly
man.
what's
I
about to happen?
celebrated the coming out of the basement. I moved out of my basement that I grew up in. The Jets got out of the basement. Oh, it feels good to not be the worst.
You
team
guys
in the
didn't get up the
division,
basement.
man.
You just started walking up the stairs, and then we
That
fumbled
feels
down.
good, man. I
That's
can't
why.
relate.
That's
I
all.
can't relate to the basement dwellers, man. Back-to-back years, bro. I remember those days,
can't
though.
relate?
Like
What do you
I
mean?
remember.
You
I
literally
remember.
can't relate. You're the only
In
one
this
here who
moment,
can
I
relate.
can't relate though. Like I
You
remember
can
those
always
days,
relate. You're a
but I
Jets
don't really
fan.
remember now
You
because
can
that was
they were
3
literally
years ago.
2 years ago.
Wow,
2 years ago.
3 long years ago.
It
man.
happened for like
hey! Both of y'all in the basement. What are
Man,
y'all
I don't
talking
know.
about?
Richie,
If you're in the basement for back-to-back seasons,
At least
you're the
we
new
been
you're the new throne of the basement.
At least
we
we've been
gave that
close.
back. We just rented that shit. We just rented it, but our rent is our
You're the
rent's
new
up, so
owners,
now it's
man.
back
2
to you.
years.
Nah,
I don't
2
make
years
the
don't mean
rules.
it. You guys had it for like 20 years. 2 years ain't nothing.
Hey, bro, I'm talking about now.
Yeah, 2
The
years.
present
though.
moment is you.
Well, if we're talking about the present moment, we're reset.
Well, no, I mean the present moment is
No,
we're
I mean, you
recapping
said
this
present
season.
moment. You're talking about
Hey,
the present
Richie,
moment. We're all
Richie,
equal.
I mean, we're
let's be
talking
honest.
about the recap of this
Yeah,
season.
but
So we're
Richie.
still the season's not over, Colby. We're
Well, we're
still in
about
this
to be.
season.
You're right.
So
In
therefore,
this
the present moment, you are currently in the
this
basement.
day of
that not true?
January 8th at 10:06 p.m. Yes, we are equal. But come
No,
a
no,
couple
no, no, no.
weeks, we
You're in
will
the
not.
basement until the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's why I said.
So
a couple
in
of
this
weeks.
moment,
That's what I just said. I said a couple
in
of
this
weeks.
moment, man.
Hey, I
I
will
can't
say
relate.
this.
I don't know what that's like anymore. I like
And then you guys
forgot,
get it back.
man.
You know exactly what it's like. You're lying to yourself.
No, I forgot.
No, you didn't. Then you have dementia.
Yeah, I do.
That's all.
I deleted it from my brain, bro. I just
Richie,
forgot.
It'll be back, don't worry.
Richie.
What up?
All I know is if Aaron Rodgers don't come back, y'all probably gonna be in the basement for the next 5 years.
Nah, dude. What do you mean?
It's true.
Well,
It's
I don't
true,
know.
Richie. The
You don't
Patriots
know
got a
about
much
Jordan
better
Travis?
upside. You don't even know who your quarterback is.
I know who's gonna be a dog. Come on now.
No, you don't.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Watch Jackson Dart drop back the pass. Dart throws.
Could you imagine
Wilson's got it.
Jackson Dart, Miami Dolphin, and Richie's like that? Yeah, that guy's actually a bum. He was never going to be good.
Oh yeah, he's trash.
Hey, when is Jackson? When do you think he's getting drafted?
He's slowly keep going up. When I mentioned his name last month, he was a 4th-round pick, and then a week goes by, he's a 3rd, and now he's a 2nd. So he may become. I think he's the new Bo Nix, TD.
He could be back in first. Yeah, but Bo Nix always had
the Senior Bowl is gonna be big for him. And all jokes aside, that's gonna really tell you who.
Yeah, I need y'all evaluation.
Bo Nix always had though, like back in first round, early 2nd round at the worst. So they're a little bit different, but bad quarterback class. Jackson Dart could definitely rise depending on what he does during the process.
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm be like, screw it, draft that kid at 7. I don't care about no Abdul Carter. Give me a quarterback.
If that's your guy, it don't matter if you're drafting him at 7 or 170.
But all Jets fans be like, oh, dude, you don't know ball, bro. I mentioned the word Jackson Dart, all of a sudden, just a moron. That's how Jets fans are. I said the same. I said last year, and I remember, I'm like, the Jets should consider drafting Bo Nix. And Jets fans ripped me a new one. You're an idiot, Richie. What are you talking about? I don't know.
I gotta start my evals, man. I gotta start my evals.
Come on, TD. We need your evals.
No, I do on quarterbacks. Everybody talking about, I don't know. Miami might shock everybody and draft one.
I think they should.
Of course that, but we know how that goes. But I think that they might finally do. We'll see. Let's go.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
My homo media.
And
Yes, it is. Because Richie's still on the timeshare.
I respect greatness. Sorry it gets you in your feelings.
No, you don't respect greatness, so you would respect Josh Allen.
What has he done that's great? Please.
How many records has he broken? How many times has he owned this fucking division? Like
franchise records?
I know how many records he broke.
Franchise records?
How about being the first quarterback in NFL history to have 40-plus touchdowns 5 straight years?
With 0 Super Bowl. With
all right.
0 Super
There's a round of applause for your 5 years of 40 touchdowns.
Like I said, you have no future, Richie. You'll be right back in the basement next year.
I ain't it now, though. That's all that matters.
Okay, well, guess what? Get used to being in the basement because that's where you're going to be.
I know I got used to it. I ain't in it.
You're right down there with them, so be quiet. The only team that has a future outside the Bills is Kobe. The Patriots are the only ones that have a future besides the Bills.
Stop.
So, go Steelers!
You notice how the first place and the last place, they always have a good chemistry. It's always the first and last place that love each other. It's always...
This is true.
Nah, we know mutual respect because we know what we.
Yeah, the first and last place. Mutual. They feel bad for you, Colby. You didn't realize it yet, but they're doing this because
I do not feel bad for me. The Patriots for the last 2 years got everything coming to them that they deserved. I do not feel bad for the Patriots. I just realized that they have a future where the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets don't. There's a difference.
See, Bills fans are realistic. That's why we can talk to them.
Andy, you sound scared. You scared of the future?
I am not scared of I ain't scared of any team in the NFL.
But the Steelers.
You shut up and get out of here.
Steelers are coming for you. Who's that in the back?
Yeah, Steelers ain't coming for nobody. They getting wiped in the first round.
Steelers taking everybody out.
Yeah, okay. You wish.
All right. Any final words, Andy? Your time's up.
Jets suck. Jets.
Suck.
Damn,
bro.
Hey,
he ain't lie. He ain't lie, though, Rich. He ain't lie about that.
And guess what? You lost to them. You lost to that team that sucks that bad.
Like I said, man, charity starts at home.
You know what I mean? Like, you lost. You know how many times you said that you're going to sweep us?
Yeah, until we realize, hey, the Chiefs.
Flex.
All right, hold up. The Patriots and the Bills always have a relationship with each other for some odd reason.
First and last.
And these Bills. No, since like 2020. Patriots and these Bills have this like relationship. I don't know why, but it's whatever.
Because they know what it was like to win. We've been winning for 20 years, owning all of your teams. So now they know what it's like. Jets and Dolphins fans don't know what it's like. So they're delusional because the delusion is the only way that they can get a sense of victory.
Okay, but a bum quarterback named Tua owned you guys, but it's okay.
Yeah, you're right. But that's a new era. He owned a bum coach, and then he owned Belichick at the end. And what'd you do with it?
I'm going to say this right now. Of all the draft classes since 2020, the best quarterback is going to be Cam Ward.
You and Cam Ward, bro.
Well, I'm a Hurricanes fan,
Cam Ward
so I
good.
mean, Cam Ward is the truth. He is the truth.
No. Cam Ward would have been like the 5th or 6th quarterback taken in last year's draft.
What
No,
do you not like
no,
about Cam
what?
Ward, Kobe?
I don't have anything against Cam Ward. Cam Ward is not going before Drake May. He's not going before Jaden Daniels. He's not going before Caleb Williams.
So
That's just
Drake
a
May is
fact.
better than Cam Ward.
That's just a fact. Yes. Are you stupid? Are you stupid?
No.
Drake
Oh,
May,
no.
and this was before he was drafted
The
by the
arm
Patriots, was
talent is
considered one of the
way
most
better than
prolific
Drake
quarterbacks at the quarterback position coming out of the draft or coming into the draft.
May is
my-
not better than Cam
Yup,
Ward,
and
man.
that's
Yeah,
why
he is. What are you?
Joe
See,
Milton
you haven't
is
even
better than
started the
Drake May.
process of looking at
Joe Milton
quarterbacks.
is
You just
better,
said
bro.
that 10 minutes
I'm
ago.
a
and now you're
Hurricanes
trying to say that
fan.
he's better than Drake May.
I'm
What
a
does that make sense?
Hurricanes fan. I've seen that almost every game he's played.
You're the
What
one who
are you
just said you haven't
talking
started the process.
Hold up.
I
Hold
haven't,
up.
but I'm a Hurricanes
then
fan.
you're
I know
biased.
who Cam
Kobe,
Well,
Ward
then you're
is.
biased, is what you're saying. So I'm supposed to
No,
take you
he's
being
better.
biased or anything
He's
else?
Nah,
better.
hold up. Colby. So
Oh my God, this Drake May
Cam
stuff
Ward
got
has more
popped.
talent. And I sent you the clip
Maybe
also,
physically.
Colby.
Robin?
I'll send you the clip.
I'll bet. I'll see if that one works.
Man, basement, dog.
Like, why are Dolphins fans delusional about every team they support, thinking that you always got the best players? If you got the best players, you would be winning a lot more. Cam Ward is just not better than most of the quarterbacks.
Cam
taken in this
Ward
Patriots
is
class.
better than Drake May.
No, he's
What's
not.
up,
Like, why can't you
guys?
just accept that Drake May is a good
Let's
quarterback?
welcome our guest here, guys.
You guys are turning into Charlie Brown's teacher.
Hey,
Let him know,
Okay.
Dwayne. Humble them, would you?
Tony, man, there's a fan, and there's troll, and there's delusional. Boy, you're right between troll and delusional today, brother. Don't worry, I still love you. But you are right between troll and delusional. 4 episodes ago, you argued, or 6 episodes ago, you argued that Josh Allen was better than Mahomes. And now you're trying to say Bo Nix is better than Josh Allen? Get the hell out of there with that troll shit, man. Get the
Hey,
hell
we about
out
to find
of
out.
there.
We about to find out.
Charlie Brown's teacher again. It's all I hear. In one ear, out
Charlie
the other.
Brown's teacher.
Listen, I just need y'all to be sitting home on the couch with us. Let's go, Bo Nix.
And by the way, I would rather be one of these teams, New England, the Jets, where they're trying to rebuild and fix teams. I'd rather be one of those teams than a team that's stuck in a land of freaking delusional. The team that's stuck in mediocrity. You know it. Get used
Tell him,
to
Dwayne.
it. It's going to be another year of it. Yawn. I'm out.
Drop the mic.
Again. Peace.
Man, Dwayne, come in here, bro. I'm happy he spared me today, bro. I couldn't deal with another Dwayne roast.
Man.
Damn. How are you gonna handle that?
Hey.
Gentlemen, how's it going?
It's Mr. Buffalo.
Anthony.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good, brother. You?
Doing great, doing great. I'm excited for this weekend. I've been waiting for the playoffs all season long.
Yeah, man.
I'm interested to see what Buffalo does this Sunday against those Broncos. I'm pretty sure it might be a butt whooping, but you never know. You never know.
Man, you're that
The
confident.
Broncos, they have a good, you know what? The Broncos have a good deep team. Obviously, they're in the playoffs. The AFC West has 3. The NFC North has 3 in the playoffs. Unbelievable. We'll see what happens. Denver's coming to Buffalo now. But who knows? Who knows? I believe in the Bills. Always have and always will. Win or lose, I'm a Bills fan for life. That's just how it is. I would love to see a Super Bowl victory for the Buffalo Bills one of these days. That'd be nice. We'll see what happens. But, those Baltimore Ravens, they do look pretty damn tough, man. They got a well-rounded, complete team, in my opinion, besides the Chiefs in the playoffs this year. They have Derrick Henry, playing the way he's been playing. He's definitely complimenting Lamar Jackson and vice versa. But those Buffalo Bills, everybody's been sleeping on them all season long. They said they were going to do nothing. They were going to amount to nothing this year. And they proved everybody wrong by winning probably 5 more games than everybody expected. Josh Allen's been playing his best ball this season compared to many years before. I just think this team is different, and this team is somebody that they should really watch out for, even though the defense is playing subpar, but I still believe in it.
Who
Go
you most
Buffalo.
scared of in the division, Anthony? I got to know. Most scared of in the division as a Buffalo Bills fan.
You know what? I mean, the Patriots are rebuilding. I'm not really too worried about them, to be quite frank. I think the Jets, if they have a quarterback, they have the team, and then if they get the coach, they are probably the most complete team out there. I really do think so.
Anthony
And the Dolphins
knows
are right
ball.
behind
Look
them.
at this. You know ball.
The Dolphins are right behind them. Tua, Mike McDaniels, if they could just get it together. Tyreek Hill, if I don't know if he's checking out or what the hell is going on with him, but and I don't know what's going on with Miami, but they got to do something because they ain't doing nothing.
Well,
except
Anthony,
just talking.
We appreciate your football knowledge, man. You have a
Yes.
future in this football industry because you know ball.
Yes.
Basically, if you agree with Richie, you're good.
Yeah, bro.
If you
You
don't-
know ball.
Oh, guys,
I mean,
wait.
I
Breaking news.
respect
I'm
him
actually
more than anything.
looking. I'm looking at
Appreciate you,
Cash
Anthony.
App right now, and I'm seeing history, and I actually just saw that Richie, in fact, gave money to Anthony for that take. So that makes a whole lot more sense now. That makes sense.
Hey,
Anthony,
bro.
I got it.
Anthony
And
knows
I would
ball.
do anything for a 20 also.
Man, Colby, you asked the question too, man. You said you asked the question.
I thought Anthony was going to keep it real with me. He didn't.
Oh, he kept it real.
No, he didn't keep it real. He didn't keep it real.
What do you
Not on that
mean?
one.
See, it's only real if it fits your narrative? No.
No, this is the truth. That's
Why
all.
can't you respect his opinion?
Why can't you respect other people's opinions, Richie?
I do respect it. I'm like, I respect the opinion.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I respect the opinion.
No, I won't talk about that opinion.
I don't know. I respected the opinions. I didn't even bring up any opinions. All I've been talking about is facts. The fact is that
I don't know
I'm
about
not in the
today.
basement
Oh,
anymore.
we about to have another basement.
Is that not a fact, folks? Tell me if I'm wrong
In
here.
the basement, Richie, just get over it. Both of y'all in the basement.
No. There's one basement, TD. Admit
No,
it.
it's not.
Yeah, there
No,
is.
it's
There's
not.
Uno.
No, we're at the
8
bottom of the
teams.
stairs. You're at the top of the stairs. That's different.
There's 8 teams in the basement every year, and the Jets are not one of the 8, baby.
6 wins or less, you in the basement.
What you
6
mean you're not one of the 8? You have the 6th overall pick.
Nope.
7th, but
7th overall pick. Sorry.
8th. The 8 teams in last place in their division.
No. 6. Listen, in the whole NFL,
Basement.
6 wins or less, you in the basement. 7 to 9, you on the stairwell.
Yeah, there
10
you go.
plus, you in the house.
Nah, you in the basement of the
Nah,
division.
that's how
When we
it
talk
works.
about Roundtable Sports, it's his division rivalry stuff, man. I
Yeah,
didn't say
Richie.
nothing that was opinionated. All I've been saying is facts.
Richie, y'all in the basement, man.
Nah, man. We were in the basement so from
You
the start of
you
this
got me
channel,
with the Aaron Glenn coming
but I
to
got
the
out of
Jets.
her.
I don't know about that one.
That's gonna happen. Mark my words.
I promise you it's not.
Don't read all these rumors you hear on the internet.
Man,
All
I
people-
really wish that we could bet on this with BetUS because me and Richie would both put $100 down right now.
No,
Aaron
here's
Glenn,
what's-
Jets or no?
Kobe, here's what's going to happen. They're going to offer one of those top people the job.
And they
or
gonna
the
say, hell
Jets
no.
Just offered Aaron Glenn the job, but he has to decide, and he going to go somewhere
The
else.
Jets
It's
are more
gonna be so
attractable
embarrassing.
destination than the Saints.
Yeah, but Woody Johnson is not attractive.
Is it better
Yeah, but
than
that-
the Bears?
that
what's
cap
going-
situation
If
is
it
not
wasn't for
attractive.
Woody Johnson, I would say, okay, you have a real conversation on your hands. But
Is
I
it
think-
more
I really
attractive than the
don't think that
Bears?
Teams are gonna want to, or head coach candidates are gonna want to be around Woody Johnson after what the f he just did to Robert Saleh. He screwed himself over. He screwed his own team over.
Where the heck are the odds, man, for these head coaches? I want to make money. I already
I
know
had
that
to
Aaron
get
Glenn's a
Daniel to
Jet.
send me one because I didn't see him
Aaron
online.
Glenn, man. That's my coach. Come on, Aaron. Bring him home.
I
JD the
hope he's
Great's
here
next.
tomorrow. JD, talk to him.
What up, fellas?
What's up,
Richie's right. There's only one team in the basement, and that is the Pats.
Thank you, JD. I'm just keeping
all,
it real,
all the
man.
rest of
They're
that
just on the
stuff,
field.
all the rest of that stuff doesn't make any sense.
They're on the stairs.
You know,
Thank you, JD. Tell them the truth. They
Richie,
can't accept the truth, JD. Isn't that wild? They just can't accept defeat.
Yeah. I don't know why not either.
And JD, you remember who started this channel in the basement?
Everybody.
I did. I
You're
started.
always in the basement. You one of the
Very,
worst.
very true. Very true.
I started.
I hope the Dolphins don't draft a quarterback until they get rid of the regime that we have now. I have to say congratulations, Richie. Y'all beat us in that last game. I prefer Greer to go and do what he does best, draft some defensive players, and hopefully they pan out. But no more quarterbacks. Just let Tua play it out and let the new regime take over once they get fired next year. There's no real expectations, but we won't be in the basement. I can tell y'all that right now. The Dolphins not going to be in the basement, especially if everybody comes back healthy. They won't be in the basement. We may not be at the top of the division, but we're not going to be in the basement.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
We're not going to be in the basement.
No, we're not going to be in the basement. We're good enough team to not be in the basement. We just won't be good enough to beat the real teams when they need to beat them. That's just facts.
Would you agree that you're in purgatory, JD?
We've been in purgatory for decades now, though, man. Just like y'all. We all been in purgatory. If you ain't winning the Super Bowl, you in purgatory.
Thank you.
No, I feel like there's bad purgatory, good. The Jets have been bad, so I feel like we're not in purgatory.
TD, how you said we always good enough not to be good enough? I've been a fan, like I told y'all, for 40 years. We've always hovered around 8 to 9 wins every single season. Forever and a day. Back in the day, we used to win playoff games when we had a quarterback. Once 99 hit, we got rid of our quarterback. We don't win any more playoff games. We just don't.
TD wasn't a Dolphins fan at that time. He doesn't remember.
But at the same time, we always finish 8 and 9 or 9 and 8.
Remember the Monday Night Miracle?
I do remember that. I watched it. I remember all that stuff. I was actually.
TD doesn't remember that. He wasn't alive.
No, I wasn't alive.
Yeah, TD, you was alive, but you guys wasn't in football back then. I was in college back then, so I seen all that.
Man, don't listen to Richie.
I know, but that's why I said we always been around 8 to 9 wins, drafting between 12 and 15 every single year. So it is what it is, y'all. Fins up no matter what, though.
Much respect to you, JD. Much love to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Let's go. So that's a respectful, man. Brings the facts, keeps it real. You're in the basement, Colby. That's what he's trying to tell you, you know?
Nah, dude, we at the bottom. You on the stairs.
You should try to tell me I wasn't a fan.
Don't worry, you'll be back next year.
TD, you ain't no fan?
Richie, I've been a Dolphin fan since I was born.
I think I'm going to have to do some investigation on that.
Investigation?
Oh,
hey, look, according to my calculations.
Monday Night Miracle. Was that against the Jets or the Giants?
Who do you think?
You bringing it up? I thought it was the Giants.
See, this is proof. What's up, Skrilla? I miss you, bro. Mo Skrilla's in the house.
What's going on? What's going on, family?
Good to hear you, brother. How you doing,
brother? Good. I'm doing just fine. Well, I'm all right. I ain't say I'm fine. I'm all right. Season over. But any team, I'm gonna say this right quick. Any team that's in the basement, you pick in the top 10 every year, every other year.
That don't fit my narrative. Don't say that.
You in the basement. Now, the Jets been picking in the top 10 for the last couple of years. So y'all in the basement, man. Right?
Oh, we picked 11 last year.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, come on.
Picked 11 last year, though. Oh, got him.
On average, if you go the last 20 years, where have the Jets been in the top 10?
11 last year, baby. We got out of the basement. Woo.
That's why they got a good defense, man, because they always in the top 10. They tried on quarterbacks 3 times. It failed. So they're in the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's for you.
Sam Darnold, you know, all them quarterbacks, Sanchez, and now you had what's the other one that's on Denver now? He in the playoffs. Don't y'all feel bad? All y'all quarterbacks that left in the playoffs.
Well, Zach Wilson made it to the playoffs.
Damn, Zach Wilson's about to win a playoff game. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He about to win a playoff game.
Y'all down.
Y'all be good, man. Happy birthday, TD.
Thank you, bro.
My man. TD, is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Wait, actually, today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, TD.
TD, look in the camera and say it's your birthday.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, his birthday is coming up, though. TD, we're doing a birthday stream, aren't we?
It's Sunday, Richie. It's Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't give me my one gift.
That means it's on a Sunday.
Even if you made the playoffs, the game would have been Saturday. It wouldn't have been
Sunday coming up.
Man, we're going to be doing a live
When the Bills
watch
play?
party, 1:00 Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be my.
You better be ready for it, guys. We're doing a live watch party. Me and TD and anybody else. We're gonna open up the invitation to the creators in the network to kind of like stream snipe Dan Mitchell. You know, Dan's gonna be live separately, and then we're gonna be live on our own, kind of just laughing at him, and I'm being happy about Dan being happy when the Bills are playing well, and vice versa. All right, last but not least.
What's up, Queen?
AFC East Roundtable, gentlemen. How are we doing this evening?
We're good. Man, how are you? We're good. How are you, brother?
Good. Now that we got the pleasantries out the way, let's get down to business. Okay? I see Dan Mitchell running, and I'm getting tired of this little zesty bromance with Kobe and Dan Mitchell. Okay?
That's my bro right there.
And Patriot fans and this damn bromance got to stop in 2025, okay? Because it's a lot of bullshit, all right? At the end of the day, we already knew what a pass was going to be in the damn basement, where they damn belong, where they going to be for the next 50 years, because they got damaged goods at quarterback. He ain't nothing but a concussion protocol.
You don't even know what he is. You scared.
That's what he is, a concussion protocol quarterback. Just like,
he got one concussion.
That's how Drake May going to sound in a couple of years, because he's going to have CTE. I'm going to tell you right now, he ain't nothing but a concussion protocol quarterback. Trash, okay? Let me say this to these fraud-ass fish, okay? Make quick work of them. Huh? Who the hell you going to sweep, Tony? Who the hell you gonna sweep, Tony? Huh? You shut your mouth, Tony. Huh? Who the hell you gonna sweep? Huh? Talk, Tony. You fraud face. I don't think is we gonna celebrate this 25 years, bum. You won't even make the playoffs, you trash bum.
Oh my God,
you didn't even make it, bum. You trash fish.
Lowski.
Talk about that sweep. Talk about that sweep, bum. Huh? Talk about
Lowski ain't poking his chest out all year. Now you want to poke your chest out? Now you want to think y'all can beat us?
I don't know, Lowski. I don't see you when you be losing.
You're not allowed.
Your organization so bummed you have to share a place with the Giants.
You talked all that sweet crap and got your ass whooped.
Nope.
Okay?
No.
25 years in a damn row. 25 years in a row, no playoff win, bum.
We conceded that game. We conceded that game, y'all. Look at you celebrate.
What's so bad, Tony? What's so bad about your team is you gotta live in purgatory too. Because you just talked about how your coach is dysfunctional. Your locker room is dysfunctional, okay? You got a whole bunch of trash on your offensive line. You better sign Lester Cotton to a match, bum, okay? Hey, your defensive line is trash, okay? Now you got to sit down there in Miami in purgatory with damaged good quarterback, tuna fish, trash, okay?
Listen.
Y'all ain't got nothing to say for the next 10 years, bum. Okay, because we run y'all now.
Lowski, you know your team bad when you can't beat Tua.
Hey, look.
You know your team bad when you can't beat Tua.
When we get Brian Flores or Mike
You're not getting
Richie, stop lying to these people. You're not getting Brian Flores.
Tony, just because
Lowski got CTE, bro.
Don't mean we're gonna have the bottom of the feeder of head coaches, okay? You got the crackhead head coach. You got the coach that want to bake on the sideline, okay? We don't have that.
True.
Okay?
You're not.
At the end of the day, Tony.
You're not getting none of the good coaches.
Tony, is your coach any good, Tony? Because
He better,
you just had an
hey,
hour and
he
20
better than
minutes
yours. He better than yours because you don't even know who he is. You don't even know who the coach is. Exactly.
We beat you without a head coach, Tony.
You
Y'all future is worse than the Patriots.
Why are you acting like the future of the Patriots is bad? Number one corner, number one quarterback.
Well, that was a compliment, Kobe. Y'all rising.
$30 billion.
Because at the end of the day, we already know them Jill fans, and all of them Jills is fraud, okay? And y'all gonna get exposed, baby. At the end of the day, baby, it was a horrible season. We gonna bounce back next year. Happy New Year to all of y'all fellas. I love y'all.
I hear that every year. You guys are the new Cowboys.
Kobe, shut up,
You the new Cowboys, Loki. You're the new Cowboys next year, baby. Next year. Next year's not coming, Loki.
Let's go, King Lowski. Much love to you, my brother. Send all love to King Lowski, man.
He want to come and poke his chest out because the Jets.
You know how bad you wanted to say that you swept the Jets all off season, man.
Hey, by the way,
my God,
just for the record,
I did, Richie, but I realized
just
what time
the
it was.
The best quarterback prospects in the last 5 years, according to Bleacher Report, we got Shador at 12, Bryce Young at 11, Cam Ward at 8. So there you go, Flicks. TD and Flicks. There you go.
In the last what?
At 4. Justin Fields at 3.
Justin Fields, bro. Justin Fields a bust.
Kobe, you made the slide.
Who's number 1?
I don't know. They didn't show. Wait, shoot.
Kobe made the slide, Richie.
What do you mean I made the slide?
Making it when he got the 2 with Drake May. He wanted to make it realistic.
It literally says Bleacher Report. What do you mean I made it?
No, stop using it.
You work for Bleacher Report, man. You sent them that list.
Yeah, dude, I had to stream today.
Oh, man, we all did.
I was like, keep the check this month and just put Drake May at 2.
Man, oh, man.
Dude. They'd be clipping me on Bleacher Report, sending out the craziest segments of me.
Dude, right? It's always at the worst moments, too. And then you're like, no wonder I'm getting flamed.
Yeah, man. I freaking, for the Knicks, man, I did 30 minutes and I said something. I criticized the Knicks for 3 minutes, and that's the 3 minutes they put. And now I'm viral on Bleacher Report. This guy is hating. Like, oh my God.
This guy's stupid. He doesn't know basketball.
Yeah, bro. I said, are the Knicks frauds? You know, some people may think we're frauds. And then that's what the headliners are. The Knicks frauds. And I got like hundreds of people responding to me on Bleacher Report. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The Knicks are frauds. I'm like, no, I didn't say the Knicks are frauds.
Get out of your mom's basement.
Oh my God, man. That shit's crazy. But it's fun. Can't complain. All right, TD. It's your job to finish it out. Just kidding. Where you have to look at the last super chats that you left off at. But before we do, we got to make sure that we remind the people that Wildcard Weekend is this week. Make sure you guys check out BetUS for all the Wildcard playoff. You got NFL prop bets as well. You know, for the Broncos Bills, you can predict the first scoring play of the game. You can predict how many touchdowns, over under 5.5, total field goals, all the greatest stuff right here on BetUS, the #1 online sportsbook, up to $2,000 by using the code YouTube150, folks. Also, check out, their casino option as well. They got a lot of fun things over there on the casino. So big shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of the channel all season long.
All right. Richie, stop lying to yourself. You're in the basement, bro. Lie to yourself. You lie to whoever. It wouldn't work for me, Richie. There it is. No, it ain't.
Lino, I ain't in no basement. Come on, man. This is no opinions. This is facts. The basement is when you're in last place in the division. It's always been that way. I used to be in the basement. I finally got out of it. So let me celebrate my little wins.
Y'all down there, Richie.
Yeah, that's the only thing you guys are champions of.
Yeah, and I'll take it.
Richie, stop lying to yourself. You're in the basement, bro. Lie to who? Lie to yourself, lie to whoever. Oh. Congratulations on all your success, fellas. Keep doing what you are doing. Fans up. No matter
my guy. My guy right there.
All right. Tony B said, I said, week 1, Jets will draft top 10. Miami will choke, and Bills will be AFC East champs. This is the holy trinity. Richie done took it off. East is gospel. Hydro. Man, all right, it's on you, Richie. I don't know where you at.
Thank you all for the super chats, man. This was a great show. I cannot wait to see what's next. All right. I got to go make a quick Knicks recap video right now. So I got to run.
Did y'all win, Richie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Come on now. What do you think this is? So TD and Colby are actually going overtime. You guys got another hour of TD and Colby.
Right.
Dude, I got the Stairmaster to go hit for an hour.
Oh, wow. Look at this. 3 straight super chats. They don't want us to go. If the Texans win Saturday, I want an apology to you all, man. Damn. The Texans fans are upset with our lack of support of Houston. I mean, I've been a Houston non-believer for a minute.
It's just the offense, right? Like the defense, I'm not concerned of. It's just the offense that I don't think
Bryce Young's better than CJ Stroud. Sorry. I still respect TD and the game he brings.
The game.
Any team picking the top 10 is in the basement. No! Roundtable Sports. The rules are the rules. This is a divisional company. And we're still TD's still studying the divisions because he still doesn't know who's in what division, by the way. And we got to make sure that we get this straight. We all have the roundtable divisions, and there's one team in each division that is in the basement. That's how it works. There's 8 teams in the league that is in the basement every year. The last place in the division. I don't make the rules.
You got to quiz me on the divisions next week, Richie.
I'll quiz you right now. Okay, name the 4 teams in the NFC South.
Give me one team first.
I host it.
Colby hosts it. That's your hit. Colby hosts one of them.
All right, it's the NFC, right?
NFC South. Go.
Is that the Saints?
Yes.
There you go.
Bucks.
There you go.
Carolina.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Atlanta. 4.
Yep.
And now to one last bonus question: who's in the basement of the NFC South?
You should know this.
Carolina. Dang, I'm wrong. No. Hold on. Let me read the teams again. Atlanta.
Just give him a minute. Just give him a minute. Just give him a minute. Let him think.
The Saints had a worse season than Carolina.
Now I'll give you. They both have the same record. The Panthers and the Saints, but the Saints are in the basement technically because of the tiebreakers.
The tiebreaker, yeah.
So the Saints are the basement dwellers.
See, I got it, Richie. I knew.
I'm happy for you, man.
Little game show at the end. There you go. AFC's Roundtable game show coming to you.
Yes.
Coming to you.
Play the clip. Flicks. I don't think we got the clip. Colby, you have it? I don't think so, right? I gotta run. So
it's like I got it, but like it's buffering. It's like I don't know if it's because it's 8 minutes. If it was like 3 or 4, would it work? I don't know.
Yeah, you probably have to do it as an upload if it's that long.
But I'm also I mean, my internet's kind of weird because like the whole snowstorm thing that's going around right now, so that might be it too.
Yeah,
next time you have to download it in the uploads. If it's that long.
We got to wrap this up. Thank you to BetUS for the support of sponsoring the shows. Hit the like button, folks. Subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. And enjoy the skinny football on your way out.